technicals. It's super easy to find, guys. Just mosey on over to the Trader TV Live homepage on YouTube. This is the homepage right there. It's super easy to find. And see where that join button right there? You click that join button. This handsome gentleman named Brendo Wickens shows up there, and then you hit $4.99 a month. That's Canadian or American. But if you're going to do it off your iPhone, it's going to cost you more money. So I would suggest you don't do it within the app. It's because Apple is going to take their 30% cut. You go outside, sign up there, guys. I just want to give you that. So super easy to find. Trader TV Live homepage, Joey. Click join. And
there goes NVDA. It's really starting to go over here on the day. I mean, you got to think, where did we open up at here approximately? 103. So we're past the opening price.
Katina Man's long Nvidia, by the way.
He's long Nvidia. Okay, good. All right, cool. But no, nonetheless, 107 has a potential high. We break through the volume-weighted average price, and it's something identical to what we seen yesterday. When Sean and I were talking about it, it's like, okay, you have that initial selling, but when you're in a real strong market, you tend to buy things back up, and I think that's been the narrative here in the king of the chips, NVDA. So, yeah, not too bad. We can take a look at AMD. That was weaker, dropped $45 off of its high. Right? So you have that massive gap down, now heading towards a key pivot of 327. So, I mean, interesting stuff, man. Strong market, strong recovery, and this is what we want to see, essentially. But I thought we'd see more of an aggressive pullback in AMD. I mean, 45%, like down 10, 13% in the span of a couple of days.
Well, exactly.
But it's just been on such a monster run, 75% off of the monthly lows. So, some crazy stuff. So,
but look, to give AMD some credit. Since the bell rang at 9:30, it's up 4 1/4.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
you know, it's still down 3 on the day.
But like speaking
Meta?
of,
Meta's up down 0.5% since the bell. Total down 1.18.
I got to keep my eye on Meta and SanDisk here for personal reasons.
Care to elaborate? Care to elaborate?
No. I mean, hey, man, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? So other than that,
all right. I feel like there's something going on between you and the Katina Man that I don't even know about there. There you go.
Okay. No, man. If you know, you know.
All right.
But nonetheless, are you guys ready to rock and roll or what?
Yeah, I think they are.
All right. Well, did you guys just trick me there? Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyways, aside from that, no. I hope everyone had a fantastic session. We got an absolute banger coming up next, obviously with Neil and Sean.
Sure.
Enjoy, folks.
Take care, guys. Good show.
Great midday show, of course, as usual. Thanks to Derek. Great interview there during the midday as well. Thanks, Sia, for all the news. And, you know, I tell these guys all the time, I mean, that conversation between 1 to 2 is great. You can get, you know, information on stocks that are moving. You get these guys' opinions, and you guys can obviously chip in on the chat. And that's been great. So that's a great sort of way that we can engage with you guys. So thanks to Sharif and Joe for coming up with that, that content for everybody. Okay, look. I don't know. We're going to go over something soon here, and it involves Watchlist, right? I'm going to lead into that in a minute. But there is no better preparation than pre-market preparation. And right here, that's back-to-back days where we talked about Nvidia. We knew that we liked the long yesterday. Today, we even talked to Joe. I mean, Joe just mentioned it there as we left. We talked about, yesterday's trade with Nvidia, that we liked the long. Even when the day came in, it was down 1.5%, the NASDAQ. We still looking long Nvidia, you know. And there's the play right there off the jump early. Huge move back up. And then right when we left you guys at 11 o'clock, I got right back into Nvidia again, and then, you know, this is when we're at the gym, we come back, and then right there, 212, we get a little piece out. Not only that, we wrote down 208 low today, 213.50 top. So we have, you know, that low is 208, and the top is 213.50. Sometimes you get lucky. Sun shines on a dog's ass at least twice a day. Oh, thanks, Joe. Actually, Joe, that felt real nice, man. You got to get in it. You're in the wrong business, my guy. That massage was good. But 208 right there long, 213.50 to the short side of that. So, very important to continue to have some kind of preparation. All right, this is the big thing here. The watch list, your pre-game preparation. This is how you build that cheat sheet that will help you on the daily when you're trading.
Everyone wants to know what to trade. Where should you look? How should you focus? How do you narrow it down? Well, first things first, man, you got to get a free watch list from Trader TV Live. Let's be real. It's a fantastic place to start. But how do you curate that list? How do you take even that and boil it down to individual names that are going to be your trade? First off, you're going to have gappers and movers. You'll want to make sure identify them, whether you're looking at things that are gapped up or down, like you'll see a couple of examples on our watch list. Spotify had earnings, 10%. That's going to show up on a lot of gap news. Then you're going to have things like big macro news. There was a big OpenAI headline. It so happened today where that's a group of stocks in an entire sector that's going to be under pressure. The chips and the AI names are all going to be in play. You see Nvidia, you see Oracle, and then you see like Microsoft, CoreWeave, all those types of names. Well, what you need to do is take each of those individual stories, sectors, and then go out to multiple time frames to determine whether you've got trades for your particular setup, right? So, I have a couple of 15-minute chart, and I got a 3 over here. Just to give you an example, I usually start with a daily as well. On each individual name that's on that top list, you want to break down, do you have a trade setup? So if I'm looking bearish on something like an IBIT, and I have a strategy where one of my favorite things is if I'm bearish on something, I like support turning into resistance, right? So when immediately I can look, see that prior day support is turned into a bit of resistance there. So there's a short, if I'm looking at the catalyst as short driven, then I have it weak underneath a certain level. And therefore, it is setting up for you. Now, whether or not I'm going to get like this distinct downtrend, we short some higher lows, that's going to be at the open, and you got to determine whether you get your entries. But I can clearly see it has a good setup for me. And the interesting thing is, you can look, and from the open, very similar downward trend in Spotify. But if I'm somebody who likes to look for the pullback and that prior support, well, this was nowhere near that. So it was just not necessarily in my wheelhouse. The same types of opportunities for a short, but I go through multiple charts on different time frames on each of the catalysts to see whether it just fits my personal trading style and strategy that I'm looking for. They can look sort of similar, end up sort of similar, but I want the one that fits my premise, where I know where I need to stop shorting it, and there isn't some gigantic gap where I'm just guessing. Both could work, but I'm narrowing it down to the one that fits my strategy. And it's not just about having that list. It's about going through each individual time frame, how much you like that catalyst, and making sure you narrow down just the right stocks for you.
Look, a weak watch list makes bad decisions. If you're properly prepared, as Neil goes through these charts, it'll allow you to act quicker when you see the opportunity. If you know what you're doing and you're properly prepared, then you don't need 50 names. You don't need even 10 names. You just need to be focused, look towards your strengths, figure out what you do best as a trader, and try to keep on capitalizing on that. Create and curate your watch list every single morning based on some of these statistics and facts, and then therefore you won't make weak decisions because at least you'll have something behind the mentality and the methodology. Let's go back to Neil for one more quick example, and we'll talk about the watch list preparation more and more.
Bonus time, because it's not just about the names that you curate. Keep in mind that you sometimes want to be looking at what might be intersector or sympathy type of plays that you can have in the back shoulder. This is something I like to do, where I might be looking at a group, and I'll just pull out a couple here because they're sort of obvious. Like you could be looking at the chips, and you could look at Nvidia, and you look at AMD. Well, you might be an Nvidia trader that trades Nvidia every single day. It's not a bad idea in that place, if there's a catalyst for Nvidia, to also take a quick look at AMD, 1 or 2 sympathy plays. Does it have a better setup? Is it at more key price levels? Because there's a decent chance that when one is in play, the other is also going to move. You can do that with memory chip names. You can do that across different sectors. It's the kind of thing that boded really well in the meme craze, where you knew of GameStop and AMC, and that's the kind of thing you also want to make sure you're narrowing down in your watch list. Because if a sector is hot and there is a big theme and you've identified it on your big broad list, having only one name that you're willing to look at in that group can sometimes limit your potential. One of the reasons we will break things down with multiple names in a sector and then go through all of them to see if they fit our trading style. It's work, but you got to do it in the pre-market if you want to be ready.
Look, bottom line, a good watch list narrows down the opportunities and allows you to focus on exactly the purpose of your trade, and that is to make some money. So get that watch list right, prepare yourself, and you will too find success in your pre-market cheat sheet. That's how we do it. good luck to you guys as we move forward with your watch lists. All right, I mean, I feel like we just covered exactly what we do here every single morning in and around that 8 a.m. marker. So if you're not joining us live every single day at 8 a.m., you're definitely missing good talk like that as we continue forward with better trade ideas. I mean, Sharif has that morning note out every single day. You can go through that. You can try to find the catalysts that you like and what makes sense to you, because not every single day will the trade actually just be there for you. Sometimes you have to dig around, right? I just keep saying the same example because we haven't made too many trades today. Tesla, Nvidia, and Bed Bath & Beyond, all of which, you know, we properly planned out on our note there. Look at Nvidia right now. I mean, this might be the run that we're all looking for one more time here into the close. I mean, maybe we get back up to that 213 and change. We won't get back to all-time highs today. I don't expect us to get to 217.50. But there it goes. Nice move there for Nvidia as it makes its way back upside. A couple good halters that I saw today. Yeah, ACAN is going upside. I did hear something. Yeah, not ACON, Neil. Take it easy over there. AKAN .NQ. I don't know why it's not loading.
Is it N or M?
AKAN.
Yeah, it's not on my drop down either.
Were you guys trading that? No, it's
What?
not. It's not in our system.
It's there, but it's not in the drop down.
I can't even get it up on my charts over here.
I can bring it up, but for some reason,
What's going on, Acon?
when I say it's not in our drop down, everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
There was
There's
just
like
some news about Apple.
there's a feature like I can type in a symbol.
Oh, everything's not working for me.
I can type in a symbol and
I
then
logged
you
in somewhere else?
automatically, usually, like if I go AMD. Oh no, it's not. None of them are working.
I can't switch. No, I can't switch level 2s. So we are having a problem. Someone can maybe here. I can try to ask.
Well, we were just for anyone out there. I think our off. Whoops. You know what? I can. Mine's fine. Mine seems like it's okay.
can flip
We
still?
have had some issues with our quote, but it was only our office or intermittently. I'm just in one trade. Here, I'll show you why. There's BBAI. Big Bear's having a good day today.
It is.
Yeah, it hit 410.
What?
409.
Oh, okay.
So like 360 to 409. I think at best it was pretty close to exactly 10% up actually. Because $4.10 would have been exactly 10%. But it broke the trend, was able to get it pretty tight to the trend break. And I have a close to break even stop on it. It's really just pulling back into VWAP. Like VWAP 10 cents, and we're trying to risk, well, now less than 3, because I'm going to tighten this one up a little bit if we can. There was a stock we were talking about that I wanted to, that was Hilton. You know what? Every now and then, oops, I'm on an Airbnb chart. Well, that's the second part of this. Every now and then, like you look at something which just personifies what you need to do when you're looking at a super strong stock. Like I the other day was like, I could trim some ARM. Look at how crazy that's gone. I've already trimmed some. I could trim some GEV. I've already trimmed some. Because you get the highs, you start thinking stuff like that. And then you look at a chart like Hilton. And just in a general sense, it reminds me that don't get too cute. Sometimes if you got some, you buy and hold what you think is quality. Like look at Hilton Worldwide and look at Airbnb. Everyone wants, new and shiny is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But some things are just good and continue to win and win and win. We talk about this when it comes to the major banks. You talk about this when it comes to like the best tech companies in the world. Sometimes you just don't get cute. Like Apple today, nice. Apple's probably going to the highs, right? Like the other thing too is this whole like discussion that we've been having about the Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music. I was a little surprised that our viewers liked Spotify this much. I think we're going to even do a poll.
Why don't we do a poll? Because
Sia said she was building one. Did you build it? Okay, so Sia's building up a poll because I'm genuinely surprised. I used Spotify for years in our household. And then, the thing was like Amazon kept asking, blah, blah, this, you're a Prime guy. And then YouTube Premium. We checked out YouTube Premium, which is fantastic. And then YouTube Music, which I love. I think YouTube Music, it was so much, again, I just like it better than Spotify. So maybe I'm just crazy. And Spotify is much better than I remember.
You could be crazy and Spotify could be better. You could actually be both.
Who knows? Yeah. Maybe. So I'm curious to what our viewers think. Why are we doing the Wilhelm screen?
I don't know.
I don't know. Spotify's chart's not that bad. Well, it's kind of bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. Yeah, you know what? That actually does deserve the Wilhelm scream. 13% down, flat bottom break, downward trending. There's just so many, like, look at Apple, man. Like, that's a nice chart. That's pretty. It's pretty. It's so pretty. It's like, ooh. Like, ooh.
Apple
like
chart?
Kobe right there. We'll compare it to Spotify's chart.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, Spotify is only music. I mean, Spotify, European company.
Yeah.
As
What was... You guys
Ramin's back.
Just now.
Yeah, so anyways, welcome back, guys. Yeah, we'll get that poll going. I think I haven't been Spotify in a minute. I used to have it maybe 20 years ago, honestly. We're just Apple now. It's part of that Apple package that you get. You get the terabytes, you get the Apple TV, all that kind of stuff. So Palantir, man, I mean, you know, we had thought about the short day. We talked that we didn't really like Palantir. I thought that there was, I mean, we still like the stock, but that there's a little bit of obstacle in the way for Palantir now. I mean, we talk about Anthropic looking like they might get some sort of a green light through the White House now. That's not going to be good for Palantir. We talked about 143 earlier. We broke through that for a minute. Since then, we've sort of been bouncing off of it to the downside Palantir. So down 1%. We were talking about stocks that were relatively strong. We just had a look there on Apple, relatively weak today. It's going to be Palantir. And then Netflix is another look that could potentially be in for something. I mean, there's that base again. And
bounce again.
You know, we talked, talk is talk, but you know, it came back into 90 again, and that was bought up immediately. So that 90 bid has been here basically since late March. I mean, into the 20s of March there, upside, downside. So now you're about a month trying to hold out for this 90 area. So with no negative news on the front for Netflix, we'll see if that can continue to go higher again. Up 0.8 versus the market right now, 0.56. And it's nice to see that was ES. The NASDAQ still down that 1%. So, but we were down 1.5%. So we can wait to see if anything gets going there. And then tonight, we're going to stay till about 4:05, 4:10, something like that, as we wait for Robinhood. So don't leave us. We'll stay here at 4 o'clock. We'll have Robinhood earnings. We'll cover them. We'll see. Hopefully we get the metrics out relatively early. We'll discuss what that looks like, what the crypto trading, what the transaction costs look like, and what their revenues look like from all of that, and if they're getting anything from that gold card, and what Robinhood and Vlad Tenev and so on are thinking about moving forward. Now they had a crazy run last week, man. I mean, all the way into the mid 90s, which is a great move from, like, that went from 60, let's call it 70 to 90 in 4 or 5 days. Can we do it again? With an implied move of 12% for Robinhood tonight. Join us at 4 o'clock. And Dara's thinking it's 4:05. I thought that was going to be coming out pretty quickly there. So hopefully Robinhood does come out soon, and we'll be able to cover that for you. So, yeah. That's what we're doing right now, Robinhood. Weeble, also off of $5. Well, I mean, that could move tonight. I mean, if Robinhood comes out with something decent. This was the bottom was $4.50 actually. This name, like 5 to 750. That's 50%.
That 5
right there in a week.
That was a fail to have missed. It was so good at 10. You would think 5 should have just been obvious. But it's easy to say. Like, the day it happens, you could have had 525 at the close. I don't know. You got to be. I know. Like, on the dip down in, I got some Robinhood. You picked some SoFi. You gotta try to buy the thing that you like better.
I didn't even get SoFi at a dip. I got it like 3 days ago at 18.
But that's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not at 30. You know what I'm saying? Like,
SoFi's going back to 30.
But this is my whole thing. Like, it doesn't really matter. Here, we're talking about SoFi. Why do I have the Weeble chart up? Who cares about Weeble? Apologies to anyone that cares about Weeble. That's not what I meant. No, all I'm simply saying is, like, that's still buying it on the dip.
Yeah,
right? Because
I like SoFi down.
Yeah, like, it's a nice consolidation. It's higher lows, but I'd rather have the higher low as the buy than trying to pick the bottom every single time. Or, like, good luck trying to guess that. And again, nothing against Weeble. I used to own some shares in Weeble, and second time didn't go as well as the first. That AKAN is back open, but doesn't look as strong. What's the name of this company? Aconda.
Oh, we have it now.
Yeah, it's
good. Okay.
Yeah, open back up, but off the highs decently. It hasn't halted in a bit since the last top. That's interesting. It looks like it halted almost at the same price twice to the upside, and then losing that 20, a big level at 27, obviously topping tail there. I can't tell you like where are the support levels on the stock. There's no actual consolidations at any point except for earlier in the day. So we'll let this one calm down and maybe it'll show itself a bit and become more tradable. But for now, the 27s look like where the shorters have taken a stand. I can tell you here at Real Trading, it was like, I think $40 or something for 100 shares, so like 40 cents a share. That's probably only gone up. Now let's go to the desk with Sia.
So the poll is live, but let me take you through what it is. 1 is Spotify, 2 is YouTube Music, 3 is Apple Music, 4 is Prime Music, 5 is iTunes for Adara, 6 is vinyls and record players, and 7 is I do not listen to music, which I don't know why anyone would hit. But I'm just waiting.
We better keep that on for people could. Well, people aren't going to remember that. I mean, come on.
You don't have to remember anything. YouTube Music is 2.
Yeah, YouTube Music is 2.
YouTube
So
that's all you
Music
need
is
to
good
know.
if you have premium.
How is Spotify winning? What is going on?
Spotify should win, yeah. Oh no, let me spam it too.
Assassino like to tell everybody that he
Assassino,
has
Spotify.
Wow.
C is on Spotify.
I'm on
The
Apple.
viewers are on Spotify.
Wow. By the way, as this is happening,
know.
all good, but what about NVDA? I mean, what about us right now? This is now $2.13. This is now $4 in, and it just keeps on marching, man. I mean, my trade day, I'll show you. You want to see how simple my trading day is? I've traded 3 names today. You talk about curated watch list. We had BBBY on our watch list. We tried $6, man. You guys were all here when we tried that. That was in and out, cup of coffee. Thank you, Bed Bath & Beyond. I owe you a cup. And then Tesla as well. I mean, we tried this name at the 200 period when it came back into day's low. Looks like we got stopped out basically at the low. Thanks for that one there, Tesla. But a little bit of back. So we made money, then lost money. So both of these are cups of coffee on that. But there it goes. I'm actually thinking about Tesla breaking right now, breaking through VWAP. The market's getting going again. Still down that 1%. Can the market get green today? I'm going to say no, but I mean, it might give itself a go here. Tesla right now trying to break through. I like that top break, 277.40, if that does happen. But they can't stop, won't stop. Now for Nvidia, as we get up to 213 and change, and it's very, very simple, man. We follow the yellow brick road. We've already marked these prices down. Yesterday on Nvidia, we like 208, man. We had that. That's $8 to the high side there. Can we repeat again? It's the exact same trade, back-to-back days, right? I mean, it's not, like we said, it's not rocket science. There's 208 right there. Here's 208 right here. It's the same trade back-to-back. And if you can put on those trades, understand what you're doing, then there you go, man. Those are the winners right there for me today with Nvidia, as that just continues to get going there upside right now. And Intel, I thought, was trying to go as well. Yeah, back to 84 and change for INTC. As there, wow, Intel straight fire as well, man. That's that bottom of $81. I mean,
Almost all time.
this is all that we do. We talked about the watch list. Like, you just say tomorrow 81. You know, it's like if it comes back into 81, we take that out, you know, and we wait to see what winds up happening up down there in and around that price.
You just said watch lists and sticky notes, and Pop
stuff.
Mafia is asking, how do you get Sharice's watch list? Well, you go to our YouTube page and you hit join. All you gotta do is be a subscriber.
Yep.
$5 a month.
Yep.
Right? So if you subscribe for $5 a month, that works out. There's 20, I think it's like 22 trading days in a month, but let's just call it 20. So for 25 cents a day, then you end up with that with his watch list. And he's working on, he's made it more trading related. Here, I'm saying this as I can like, pull it up, because we should have this up as we talk about it, right? Like, what are we even talking about here? And it's a little bit more technical. So it used to be, it is still news-based, and you're going to be able to find individual stories, but then there's technical analysis, like a trading setup for it. So you got the Alphabet story here, what's second, you got Meta, you're going to have Microsoft AI, you're going to have oil as well, General Motors, GM, yuck. Ooh, GM with a huge reversal. That was intense. But again, you just go to our webpage on YouTube, and then you just hit the subscribe button, the join, sorry. Once you're a member, you get that every single day.
There you go, Dijon mustard.
For free. So there you
one
go.
gift.
Appreciate you. And that's Dijon mustard. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And Rich Beats grabbed it.
I had like one of those quality, very simple, simplistic and fresh rye bread yesterday. Havarti cheese, crisp lettuce, turkey, just regular
I was
turkey
gonna say
sandwich.
turkey is great with
and then the
with,
perfect,
mustard.
just Dijon mustard.
Yeah, you're a
It's
big
like
fan.
yeah, that's Dijon. That's what it's all about. But just to send a gifted membership. We appreciate you for sure. And look, it's Rich Beats that was able to receive it as well. U.S. intelligence agencies are examining how Iran would react to Trump declaring victory in the conflict.
Why would they have to do that when he's already declared it 17 times?
Yeah, that's
U.S. intelligence agencies should be reviewing how Iran has acted to Trump declaring victory.
I don't know about these headlines.
I don't know. I mean, we put these headlines up, but I mean, it's good to have them up.
Sources.
But I don't know. I feel like, I'm not trying to be, I feel like he's already said, like, we've accomplished the mission there.
Regime
but it
change,
would be
nuclear
interesting.
program hit. I get.
I don't know what, like, the final,
The straight
victory.
straight open without any. What's the word I'm looking for? Toll? Is that what they're calling it? They called it a toll?
Did they agree to that, though?
No, but that would be. I think that would be the final victory. I
Yeah.
suppose. Let's go back up to Sia at the desk. What happened?
No. We're going to get to this segment really soon, but before that, I do want to point out that Apple is planning a major AI photo editing overhaul across iOS 27, iPad's iOS 27, and macOS 27 this fall. So the update would bring add-on device tools to extend, enhance, and reframe and clean up images directly inside of Apple's ecosystem. Currently, Apple is up 1%. And let's move on to our next story, Corning. Corning's AI data center is driving profit. Sorry about that. Is driving profit. So Corning has reported more than a double net income of $371 million or 43 cents a share, which is up from $157 million in the prior year. Flushing out its one-time items, Corning has registered adjusted earnings of 70 cents per share. Net sales have jumped 20% to $4.14 billion, while core sales have risen to $4.34 billion. Both are exceeding the analyst forecast of $4.3 billion. The company has become a major beneficiary of the AI infrastructure boom since hyperscalers are rushing into building out this data center capacity. And Corning's fiber optics business has also taken off and been one of its fastest growing segments, fueled by the intense connectivity of AI clusters. The company's new solar business has also seen a significant jump in momentum, with revenue for that particular segment jumping 80% just this quarter. Well, currently, I would say Corning down, however, a whopping 8%. Sending it back to you.
Thank you very
GLW.
much.
Yeah, I mean, look, tonight,
Corning, blah.
tomorrow we have Qualcomm. We can look at GLW.
Well, I mean, it depends on how your stomach's been doing. Look, the good news is it confirmed the trend of holding the 50-period moving average on the daily for Corning. So that's unequivocally a good reaction to what was a dump off, right? Like sometimes what matters more is what the market does at the open with it. I just don't love the fact that you got that heavy buy at the open, bouncing 150 all the way to 162, and now all of a sudden it's looking weak. And as it's rolling over a bit here, the NASDAQ is, I don't want to say pumping higher, but like, the NASDAQ is pushing higher, right? Like it's pushing through VWAP. And Corning is, rolling over. So that's not a great sign. So good that it's at the 50, but I don't like the relative weakness that it's going to end the day with. We're going to go back up to Sia. I'm going to get out of this at break even. If it only goes halfway to VWAP for the reversion, then it's no point fighting. I almost said Bed Bath & Beyond, Big Bear AI, Bed Bath. Yeah, they both got a couple Bs.
Yeah, sorry, USO climbing right now. Just keep an eye out. A couple of sources saying that U.S. intelligence agencies are examining how Iran would react to Trump declaring victory in the conflict. Just repeating, U.S. intelligence agencies are examining how Iran would react to Trump declaring victory in this conflict. Keep an eye out for USO.
I don't. That story is just too funny to me because I don't really understand what that means. Scott Tomlinson in the chat there is just like, they have to do what they have to do and then get out of there. I mean, it's just a matter of trying to secure the fact that there will be no more I mean, this seems to be what Trump's hanging his hat on, is that no more nuclear weapons, no more capabilities of building such weapon. And to be frank, I think that's the right way to go about it. And if they can get some sort of an agreement in writing, where maybe they can get some kind of what do they call it? People that go in there and will look at it, engineers, whatever, every year to go in.
Inspections thing before.
Inspections, I know, and they can just hide the. I know it's all a bunch of crap.
But you know what though? On some level, I'm not getting political here. First things first. I said I'd get out break even, got out break even. I'm not gonna forget about the prior bar stuff. I just don't want to be in that one anymore. So we'll just get the last break even. It's not to get political, but if you pull this off without any actual real boots on the ground, good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's very good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, if you,
I don't think you have any. There's been a couple casualties maybe from the U.S. side. I'm not sure.
And obviously, all war and all destruction is bad, unequivocally, right? Like the end result is, you're basically putting a bunch of capital towards stuff that just destroys stuff. It's not good for any economy. Like it can be seen as a net good long term, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? That wouldn't be bad. And when you think about this in the context of if this can actually be over pretty soon, I mean, USO is at a double top here. Or like oil's at a double top. This would be quite the place for you to look for some kind of a turn. And it's been all kinds of inside day. Fail to high, inside day. You know what? If like we just closed 230, so crude oil futures just closed. But if this is gonna fail, what is it, 140.5? Let's go to a 3-minute. Like if this comes back up and just shows the same resistance all day long, this actually looks a little bit like a fade at these levels on USO. Just for the day trade here.
Tonight we have, we just noting, thanks to you mentioning to us that Coinbase right now is trying to get to the upside right now as we...
Yeah, there's no current news or reason for this, but I am looking. If there's anything, I will definitely be sure to update you.
Perfect, yeah. I mean, that's good that we cover this because you're right into the day's high right now. This is looking like you may want to think about a short. I mean, up to 195 again there for Coinbase. Just made a big move on not even like pretty light volume and nothing to report on right now from Sia's side. So we'll have to, whoopsies, I better get rid of this. I'm trying to raise up the volume here. Sometimes our charts, there we go, are a little finicky. Yeah, okay, so nothing going on volume-wise. Oh, look at that, man. What a pullback off that day high of 194.50 again. So we zoom out to see that, but that's going to give you now 30 or 40 cents back in there on a nice move back to the high side there for Coinbase as that continues to go. Some big names reporting tonight, man. We talked about what we saw yesterday with GM and some of these things this morning. But tonight we sort of really start to get going. So these are the morning ones. Spotify, we've been obviously talking about that. I want to get an update on that, that vote. We can put it up one more time soon and be able to see what you guys want to vote for one more time. Centene is moving around today as well. CNC, we'll have a quick look at that. Let me just tell you what that's up or down right now. I mean, up 14% right now for CNC. Spotify, nice day. Not a nice day, but a little trying to recover. Still down 12%. It's low as 420 now, up to 430 again. UPS, General Motors, Corning. We just had that story to you as well. GLW. Most of these names are moving. We haven't looked at Coke though. Man, this mouse, yeah, you're right. KO, all right, up 5%, so that's going to be a good day for Coke. But look what's coming later on here right now, man. We got Caesars Entertainment. We just talked about what Hilton's been doing, so maybe there's some love there for Caesars. Booking Holdings, I mean, again, if the travel space is going to be hot, we saw yesterday with Verizon as well, came up with more net subs, potentially retail, and the consumer relatively strong. We can see at Booking Holdings. I know a lot of people around here. We just heard from Sharif going on vacation. I'm just got back, so a lot of people doing that. Robinhood is going to be the big one. Join us tonight. We'll probably have all four of these. Enphase tonight as well, 405 Mondelez. They're all here. NXPI, another semi name.
And you know what?
Yeah, and then there's Bloom Energy coming in. We said T-Mobile probably has a good quarter off of Verizon yesterday as well. Mondelez, probably looking a little bit at Coke there, so we can see if there's a good turnaround there. And then Starbucks, to be announced, I guess, TBA.
Those have since been updated. So TMUS, which is also a TBA, that's going to be 4 p.m. Starbucks, 4:05 p.m. When I had initially made this infographic, those times were not available. Also, stay tuned for a implied moves infographic. I'm working on this, finishing it up. I suspect it will be out on X within the next 5 minutes. Don't quote me on that, but I would say probably within the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Adara, only because I know you'll remember this and I don't remember.
Oh, the date of Brian Nichols?
No, what was the, well, you can say the date. That would
going on a date with
Brian. The price, like what was it at? What was the
Starbucks,
price?
the price?
Do you remember? Or the date?
It was around 80s. It was around 80s. It was announced, I want to say August 17th, 2024, but he started, I believe, September 9th, 2024. So you had mid-August, I want to say it was a Tuesday. where this was actually announced. And how they announced it was interesting too. They announced Laxman leaving and Brian Nichol. It was right around 8 a.m. I know because I just finished the watch list at the old desk where the old desk used to be. I told you my memory is very locational. But anyway, so right in the CNBC TVs behind us, it was Laxman out and Brian Nichol in. So yeah, that was in mid-August, definitely the teens. I want to say 17th to 19th of August 2024 where this announcement was made, but he didn't start till early September, I believe the 9th.
Just to prove how good she is, you can look at the candle and see when it would be. But the whole, I think it was a Tuesday. Like throwing that in there casually is pretty impressive. But like there was a bounce. But it hasn't done much. If you look at where it settled the first week, that was just under $100. There was a good pump to 117. But now all of a sudden, look at $100 on a weekly for Starbucks. There's a wealth of selling at that price. Oh, you know how it's. You never know what's going to happen, but I'll tell you this much. If you got to give it a chance. If it's over $100 at the open tomorrow, then the shot at a breakout here it's very enticing. It's very enticing, but someone's been selling this thing at $100 since April of last year. It's had a resistance at the same price over and over and over again. And like, how long does it have to get held down before you eventually get a bit of a break? So this becomes on the watch as well. Apparently 405 means that we should get a chance to look at that one as they report. So I was looking over at some of the crypto names, which had been on a bit of a tear. The BM&R got to green. Just looking for some setups. Like this pulls back into prior close, so it's got a pretty strong up move, and I can now draw. I can zoom back in, be able to draw. It needs to break 21.5 for like a clean trend line break, I think. But that one's going to be on watch for me. Be looking at BM&R. It's not quite a double top, but you can see like these higher lows are starting to condense a bit, topping tail. That could break trend and set up a little bit. Jedi is saying, look at Amazon technicals on the daily. I love Amazon. Amazon's just a good hold. This is just a good hold, I think. We're going to go to Adara, but Amazon, ultimately, like you just got to love when something is able to get out of a long malaise and has been clean upward trending since. It's a pretty steep upward trend, so we'll see how it can hold on to 250. We got to walk through their report ultimately, but I love the breakout that it's got going on here. You know, you're getting in a time where you're getting Amazon at a better price. I'm talking about fundamentally, like price to earnings relative to Walmart. It's hard to go wrong there. Back up to Adara.
WFC, guys, keep an eye on Wells Fargo. Dropping a little bit here, seeing some comments on social media circulating that this company could have been the victim of a breach. Apparently, an actor on the dark web claiming to have breached 4.6 million records. So this name here is Wells Fargo going to the downside. Again, that is WFC. Wells Fargo, big financial institution, reportedly breached 4.6 million records, apparently impacted. Back to you.
Yeah, WFC, a big name there. One of the ones that had not performed well off of earnings, and now a couple more. What the hell? Nvidia is just. We're now $5 again. We already had this trade once, man. We already had long 209 up to 213.50. There's 213.50 again. This is the prices that we've written down as a possible short up here. So we're going to empty out the clip. We get some out there at 213.20s. And here it goes, man. Let's put another offer at 213.40 again. See if we can get that top to bottom. On the note today, we wrote down 208. We wrote down 213.50, all at 8 a.m. They both came true before 10.10 even hit. You had top to bottom $5. You had top to bottom $5 again, and we've got them both times. So we keep saying one good trade, and today I've only made 3 trades. 3 names, and this is obviously one. This is basically 2 trades. One there, one there. We got filled twice. We got filled twice here. So decent size, more size on this trade than we did the first one because we weren't sure about it, but we were able to punch in a little bit more and get to the upside. So there it goes, man. Nvidia really holding the day for me now as we continue to climb. I really like, as a trade that I have an idea on right now, I talked about it earlier, and that was Amazon up here at 261. Now I'm going to try Amazon in and around here around this 260 mark. I want to see if we can fade back out down through 260. It's going to be a little tough, but I want to try to take this trade. If the market continues to blast forward, I mean, this is Nvidia's world and we're all living in it right now. So I'm not going to, there we go. We just, like, that's crazy. We just got that Nvidia. Like we're sitting here trying to talk about like, you know, making 20 cents, 30 cents. Like Nvidia just went 30 cents in 30 seconds. So this name is really starting to get going right back up into the day's high. Again, we might as well hold for the rest of the day here as Amazon really getting excited Nvidia getting excited there back to the upside. The other name that I wanted to look at was Tesla. It does break that high right there. Fortunately, we didn't take it. Because it's back in, but what about 200 period? I'm just not sure about Tesla. It's pretty choppy, and although we've had a good day, I'm having a better day today than yesterday. We are still going to have to wait. So we have to wait for Tesla, I think, to either get a little lower or even, I don't really want to short it. I don't know. It's pretty choppy right now for Tesla. I'm not really sure what to think. Like I thought we would have broken through, not come all the way back. I mean, the market's trying to tick higher right now, and Tesla's actually making a little bit of a lower move. We do have to go to Adara. I just want to quickly look at WFC because the daily chart on this one does show that we were trying to bounce back upside there. This is what we're talking about. Not a great move down all the way into low 70s there, mid 70s, back up into the mid 80s, now falling. I mean, this is actually not that bad if you want to pick something up there. You don't necessarily like to hear stuff about the breach.
It's just the other.
Wow, Nvidia.
All of the other banks. Why would you, that's the problem with WFC. Like they missed on revenue.
Yeah, you have so much other opportunities.
JP Morgan is better. Citigroup was an absolute rocket on their earnings. Oh, come on, chart. Like you're getting this one dipping back into prior highs on a just unbelievable uptrend. If it pulls back in. I don't know. I just feel like WFC's a dog. Easily dog.
Yeah.
To me. Musk apparently is taking the stand at that.
Oh, is he? We do got to go to Adara, but go to Adara. No, we'll go, come here. One second. Just show this 1 second. I just want to show this one more time because we just got filled at 213.40 the last time we spoke. It's at 213.85 right now. So this is still going higher. It's Nvidia. Here we go. All right, Adara, you got those implied moves up?
Exactly, that's what I wanted to talk about. I said they'd be up within 5 minutes. So when you last saw me, they were actually up within 6 minutes. So not too bad here. As you can see, the bulk of these names are going to be reporting at 4 or 4:05. The only major one reporting after that time period is going to be 4:20 p.m. with Bloom Energy, BE. Now, in terms of some of these expected moves of note, Bloom Energy and Enphase tied for largest expected moves of the night, both at 15%. Enphase's last expected move was a whopping 38%. So to say that it could exceed its expected move would be, I think, a pretty massive understatement. Smallest expected move here actually going to Visa V with a 3.6% expected move. Mondelez, not one that's super known for intraday moves. They got about a 4%. BKNG, CZR around that 6% level. And then you've got Robinhood, 10% expected move, the third largest of the night. STX actually outpacing it per expected move. If you want to look at these infographics, take your time, take it, be able to sit with it a little bit longer. It is on X at TTV Research. I also have a Robinhood earnings preview available on X at TTV Research, and a host of other Robinhood infographics have been reposting. So you know where to find them. Definitely check us out if you enjoy fun market-related content. Back to you.
To who asked in the chat, there is an aftermarket show. We've got earnings. We're going to do it very quick. We'll do it right at the desk. We're not doing the whole turnaround things. All of the earnings are more or less at 4:05. I think everything that every name that I saw on the list, the bigger ones are pretty much right away at 4:05, so we'll be rapid fire going through all of them. Of course, the rest of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, tomorrow and Thursday, it gets a little bit heavier. Then we're doing that traditional longer show. Tomorrow's pretty busy because, we got Fed tomorrow.
You got Fed.
Which I'm calling somewhat Nothingburger-ish. We know we're not going to get any kind of crazy action overall. I think it's still going to be about Middle East headlines, in my opinion, and then earnings. We're in earnings season, and we've got a lot of companies that are priced pretty much to perfection, and we've seen what happens when you have that perfect pricing. Although some of them maybe not so much. Robinhood, it falls in the other category. Robinhood falls in the it's been beaten up enough, I think. So we'll see. I'm not expecting their numbers to be fantastic. I'm not sure that matters as much for them as others. But what I got the eyeballs on right now, Fed who, says Omar. Yeah, exactly. Fed who. Wake me up when they're actually going to lower rates.
Yeah, it might not be till at least past the summer.
And it might not even be lowering rates. They could be raising them at the end of the year.
And I think Warsh is coming in to lower them. I just think he needs to get a little bit more fuel.
I think he needs to.
You got to get past this Iran stuff.
Well, he also wants to make sure it doesn't seem like he's just coming in and doing the bidding. So like give it one go through, I suppose, or once around. Like, let him get around the block one time and then worry about it. Bless you.
I got it.
There you go.
Yes. Okay, yeah, look, 214 for Nvidia, still going higher there. Forget about the short, man. This name is now 550 in the money, higher for NVDA as we continue to go. Still waiting for that Amazon trade to come through as well. So here we go. Yeah, you guys, any messages you guys want to send through, we'll try to talk about them. That is for sure. There goes Nvidia. I mean, DraftKings. I'm trying to figure out like what's hitting on some of the notes here. We had Marvell with the downside action today. I mean, it's still 154. I guess that's better than it was. Down to 146 to start the day. All right, so you are starting to get going again on Marvell, so that's a nice little story there. Hopefully that can keep going a little higher there for myself. As Marvell trying to get going one more time. Broadcom upside as well. JP Morgan, SoFi, we look for that tonight as well. SoFi coming through there. A lot of people, does A-Lab report? Why are we talking about A-Lab so much on the chat? Astera Labs here, down 6%, so some of these names that have been pretty heated up are coming back in over the last couple of days. I mean, for me, we saw ARM. I mean, if ARM's probably now down 7% maybe. Okay, only down 6. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, wow. Okay, that was a good guess, 7. Right there, it was down 9 at the lows. I was hoping that this name would come into somewhere around like the 160 to 170 area, but nah, not even close today, obviously. This could get hit, you know, if we do get some downside movement there from tomorrow night's earnings, when we do have the big 4 coming out. That could definitely be a play that's on many traders' minds tomorrow. That's ARM and the rest of them as we go. So that's going to be a decent trade. Is AMD going with this Nvidia trade? I mean, Nvidia's pulling back a little bit. We're almost out. That was an exorbitant move to the upside right there, so we were able to get out. AMD as well, 326 right back into day's high there. So that was
the low. That's $17.
Unbelievable.
AMD was at 310 this morning.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
And it was at 353 yesterday. So I mean, the amount of movement in these names is ridiculous.
Oh, wasn't it higher? Well, pre-market it was like 50. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
355 to 310 to now 325. Like it's like look at how big this move is from the lows. It's gone $16 from the lows and still looks like if I pull up a 15-minute, that probably still looks bearish. Like on a 15-minute, that still looks bearish. It's underneath yesterday's bottoms. Maybe that's a reversion trade. Double top into prior day high and then revert it. I just feel way better about like I feel no. I'd rather do it on like an actually weaker name. Like the reason I'm looking at BMNR is it's reverting, but that's literally at yesterday's levels, which was the bottom. It's pulling into prior support for its resistance. Whereas AMD and the chips can be a rocket ship on their own, so I would rather not fight. Like I like the relative weakness of this BMNR. If we can, apparently Tesla's moving.
Well, we just should have tried. I mean, so I got another piece out. Obviously, I'm only in Nvidia, but I'm starting to very, very light on it now, like 5% light. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. We're almost out of it all. I mean, we had to get out at 213 there. We got more out up there. I mean, we got a lot out. We are now out. But I wanted to look at Tesla because you had mentioned that it was ripping, and I did see in the chat. Yeah, we should have just trusted VWAP a little bit more. Maybe we'll have sort of the gumption to do that next time if and when it comes down. I just didn't really love the movement in Tesla. I don't know. I didn't like how it was moving down. But we did absorb off the 50 period. That's been a target area for myself to get out when things aren't going right, the 50 period. So we could definitely have a quick look at that if it does pull back in. That's Tesla. We are a couple days away from Rivian. We've talked a little bit about that over the last little while. Looks like they're going to be down today. Wasn't it 1640 or something in the pre-market? Rivian not going the way of 1640, okay, I don't know. That was a nice move there, coming back in, bouncing off a 16 flat. You know, maybe looking at that for tomorrow. Rivian coming in there with their report, I believe, on Thursday. It's a big, huge week for everybody reporting. Halting ATER right now, seeing that in our system. Ethereum, not sure what's up with this. Wow, okay. 220 million shares today for ATER. Now halted, halt right here as well, halt here, and Halt here. We have a couple halts today, 4 or 5 of them, for ATER. And if we zoom back out a little bit, we can see what's going on there.
They sold, oh, good.
Yeah, from 70 cents straight up. Doesn't look like we have any splits. I would say this name, it could still go. I mean, we still have a top there. This goes all the, Neil's going to give the news in a second. This goes all the way back to 80 right there. But yeah, this looks like a decent level right into here. I'd say 175 or so. We'll see where it winds up opening up. Let me just go to the tap really quickly. Neil, first of all, we'll go to Neil before we go to Sia. So right now the tap is $2. So this thing just halted at 162. And I just got to say congratulations. It looks like it will open up in and around $2. And I guess on Neil's screen.
Yeah, we'll just quickly show it.
Yeah, we'll quickly go.
Like they're basically trading higher. They announced the sale of its portfolio of e-commerce brands for $18 million in straight cash only. Also, the company sold convertible preferred stock worth $7 million in a private placement. The float's only 10 million shares. Suffice to say that has been turned over a significant amount of time. It's going to do 250 million shares today. So the float,
more, yeah.
Yeah, the float is clearly turned over multiple times with a $2 tap. That's insanity. Getting back in some bag hold levels, 220 maybe up there. Let's go up to Sia at the desk.
Taking a look at a couple individual tickers for small cap today, starting with BE reporting tonight. Today, post-market at 5 p.m., Bloom Energy's expanded partnership with Oracle under a master services agreement for up to 2.8 gigawatts of fuel cell systems. The agreement focuses on supplying on-site power for Oracle's U.S. data centers. AI-driven demand for computing capacity is growing, and expansion, this particular one, adds to BE's contracted backlog, which stands at around $20 billion. Now, next one that I do want to talk about is SANM, Sanmina Corporation. Reported earnings yesterday, and the stock spiked massively right off the open, but it's up by 15% right now. The quarterly net income stands at $93.65 million, and the company saw an EPS of $3.16, and revenue has risen 102.3% to $4.01 billion. Shares have gained 28% this year and 48.2% this quarter. Final ticker for you all today is Erasca. Erasca Inc. is a clinical stage oncology company based in San Diego. Shares are down a whopping almost 50% on the day. The dip is coming after the company disclosed a patient's death in an early stage trial of its experimental cancer drug.
Okay.
Please.
When I was just waiting for this ATR to open because now it's $1.95. It should be 49. Okay, so basically closed out right here. It's going to be probably a 5-minute halt. So right there, we'll wait. It's 49.57. So you got another 2 minutes before this thing opens back up, and then we'll see where it's going. I just want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it, but it's 193 now. We did indicate that it's $2. So depending on where your broker lies, if you just offer 190 or something right now, what's supposed to happen is if it opens at 193, you'll get paired. If it opens up lower than that, then you'll miss the boat, right? And so, put in your order depending on where you're long, if you want, and see what winds up happening to ATER. Right, it's going down now 191, and this is just an auction price. So what the NASDAQ would have to do here, it's completely, I guess, automatic here. Oh, now it's back up to 199, $2 again. So it takes the bids and the offers and tries to come up with, I'm assuming, a auction price there that is reasonable enough. So I don't know why it goes from like 163 to $2, but you can see there's a big buyer right there. You add all these up, add all that up, and for some reason it's coming up with 199. So we'll have to.
Well, the thing is, you can't see the market order.
Yeah, we don't know.
See the limit order.
We don't know what's going on there. So 199 and change, about to open up in 1 minute. That's ATER. We'll catch that back in a couple seconds. We did see Coinbase. I mean, I have Bitcoin still at 76,000. You can see at the bottom of my screen.
Don't trust Coinbase.
It's not really doing anything right now. Kathy Wood's been picking this thing up. This was like a $40 name not too long ago, Coinbase. And by that, I mean probably a year and a bit ago. But anyways, downside there for Coinbase, 140, last year, April. So we're from 140 up to 195. You're going to have to go way back to find this name lower than that. I mean, Coinbase was really beat up, and now it's all the way back upside. As, of course, crypto is looking for that 80K break as well. Okay, ATR moments away right now. Nvidia still climbing up higher. Netflix, RCAT, Terra Wolf, they're in the chat. We can have a quick look at all these and any sort of high flyers that maybe are small cap names.
Wolf's not really.
No, Terra Wolf's not really doing it.
No, I pulled that one up.
I
Wolf.
think that's going to be earnings, I think, at some point.
Yeah, it's not really great.
Here we go. ATER on my screen if you want it. In 3, 2, 1. It should be opened now. No.
It's always a few seconds.
So,
Give it
yeah,
a couple
okay, if it's going to be 49, 57, 55, or maybe it's going to be 10 minutes now. I don't know if this is news pending or what, but it did not open back up.
My guess is 10.
So we'll have to wait for, I guess, 10 minutes. We'll check this back. We are getting close to the hour of power right now. Why does DraftKings keep pumping up on my screen? Is it just because it's doing absolutely nothing? That's probably what it is. DraftKings, yeah, just hovering around VWAP, so it's just, oopsies. It's hitting my scanner now, VWAP, DraftKings. Good level for sure, right? I mean, I think if you're looking at DraftKings, this looks like there's a potential chance for this to break long. Held out near that bottom. We can check out when earnings are for DraftKings. I think that'll be some sort of an interesting thing to watch out for right now. It looks like it's at a good level, similarly to PayPal. 9 days from now, May the 7th, right there, looking for an EPS of 22 cents, coming off of just 3. So they're looking for a pretty good quarter right there for DraftKings. I would think possible that's true. Obviously with March Madness, with Super Bowl being in the quarter, that should kick us off to a good one for DraftKings. And just looking at the chart, I mean, breaking above the 50-period moving average, get above $24 and see what winds up happening. Hit on legislation, hit on poly market, Kalshi, that whole predictive market. Not great for DraftKings because, they're not in, for example, the state of California, I believe, and Texas. And there's some big markets that DraftKings still needs to get legalized in. But of course, these other betting sites like the Kalshi and poly market are allowed because they're prediction markets. They're allowed to be operated in those states. So that's taking away from DraftKings because all of a sudden now you can bet sports on all of those platforms. So DraftKings doesn't have the uniqueness about it, nor FanDuel.
There was also that interview recently, I think it was released yesterday, with, I guess, the chairman of the CFTC, I believe his name was Michael Selig, in which he said that they can't just let these poly markets, these Kalshis, these prediction markets be the, quote, Wild West. They have to have some kind of, restrictions or regulations. So he kind of indicated in that interview that came out yesterday, and everyone was laughing because the interviewee was named Ben Horney, the journalist who made the interview. But either way here, that could actually be another positive catalyst for DraftKings if we start to see more regulation of these poly markets, Kalshis, et cetera.
Okay. Unfortunately.
That reminds me of The Simpsons, when he makes those phone calls and he's like, I can't remember them anymore.
I gotta be okay. If I'm copying to something, a dude in our high school pool and myself might have pulled that prank a couple times.
Yeah, that's.
It's actually. I felt like it's semi-harmless because back when The Simpsons was a big deal, it wasn't that uncommon for places to get that prank.
Right.
And it's whatever.
I mean, yeah.
And nobody falls for it, really. Like, you try to pull it.
Someone's gonna be like, yeah, Mike, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that stuff's not.
No, they just kind of laugh with you for it. Never actually. Yeah, it literally doesn't work. It never worked.
The Bart Simpson one there, Sam Wynn.
It was Hugh.
This is the most.
Jazz is the most famous.
Oh, Hugh Jazz.
It was Hugh Jazz.
That's not a bad one. I have to reload the thing, but you got it right there. Seymour Butts.
Oh, that was
Seymour.
Actually, that might have been
that was a big Simpson.
One of the go-to ones.
There for sure. So
yeah, Amanda.
Yeah, you can tell we are very, very mature around here. Anyways, Simpsons.
Just very quickly,
have you watched Simpsons lately? I haven't. Are they still even on?
I keep trying to.
I assume they're on.
Like I've shown Erin, my daughter, her. Because it's on Disney, right?
Plus, yeah.
So I keep showing her. I'm like, I grew up watching this, and I'm like, it's hilarious. I think you'll love it. And she's like, oh, I'm not interested. I'm like, it's a cartoon. I want to start it for movie night, and then maybe we'll do some episodes then. But we watched the movie, the Simpsons movie, the one from.
Yeah, the pig is on the.
From
roof.
Forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that, but I don't know.
Okay, I like Simpsons. But I just haven't watched it in a minute, and my kids, they're not super interested in it.
Crazy
either.
that they're still going.
Eat my shorts, man. I mean, I think they're above that now. Now we're just about 6, 7. So now our kids are more educated. Now they're all about numbers. All right, so here goes Marvell. What about that top take here on MRVL? We could get something going on here, at least I think, for Marvell. We can see if 154 winds up holding or not. But right now, Marvell looking to get going there. Now only down 3% or 2.5% now on the day. Call in the middle, 2.67%. Oh, said it again. Let's just say it's 3%. Looks like it wants to break a little higher here, MRVL, as we look for more to trade. Nvidia is still going. I'm still looking at the scanner for some more ideas right now. Nvidia is
I got to H.
Is gone. I was still waiting for Amazon. How close? No. Oh my God. When did I put my orders in for Amazon? I put my order in, okay, 36. When was this? 28, 29. So yeah, we just missed that bump up. Okay, so I'm at 80. So I put my order in after that move. Okay, so I put my order in at, was that when I refreshed it maybe? We might have just missed this Amazon right there. We were talking about it at 260 up here. It came in. I think we might have just missed that trade a little bit. But anyways, doesn't really matter. Amazon, I still like that if we can get back upside there for Amazon around 259.80. I might have put it in after that. I'm not sure. But there it goes, upside there. So we'll see if we can short that into 260. One, not to take too much risk into that trade because I think Amazon's going to have a big number tomorrow. And I do like Meta's chances to really accelerate through tomorrow's as well. And then Micron and SanDisk. Micron's not reporting. Micron's a late reporter.
Yeah, SanDisk.
But SanDisk is Thursday. So we'll see what happens. Yesterday, Micron was up 5%, down 3% today, as some of these names are giving a little bit back. But don't feel any kind of ways. I mean, the market has really rebounded off those lows. So if you're able to pick something up down here, good for you. But you're still getting right back to where we were this morning. Possible short, I would think, in the TQs or in the NASDAQ up here in this range. So we just got a couple more handles to go. 27,250 or so for the actual NASDAQ itself. And maybe we could start a short. AMD's hitting on the scanner a bit, but I have nothing really left to do, man.
I'm looking over, BM&R finally hit. Like, the NASDAQ is breaking through. Bitcoin is not. BM&R had it's not a head and shoulders, but a wick top and a trend break. So as long as that remains, let's call it what it is, relatively weak, just play this one off the high. If it gets to 21.4, that's yesterday's bottom. Want to make sure we get some legs out. And then 21.3 is the opening range high.
ATER.
Would be another level. That ATER halted down.
It opened up.
Yeah, but it halted down instantly.
Yeah, but where did it open? It opened.
I see 180.
185.
Yeah, 185, but. Boeing.
Yeah, Boeing. We could probably have this. I think this is a past story there. Boeing and Copa or something. A new order for 767s there, just being rehashed in our ear right now. Boeing and Copa Airlines announced an order for 60 737 MAX jets. So, okay.
Increase that backlog.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great move. I mean, Boeing was just into 190 again, back up to 230. I kind of trust this
stock should be so much higher, honestly. Whatever.
So it looks like this was reported as of 11:30ish today. It was confirmed via press release just now. So it is kind of a rehash, but the new aspect is this has now just been officially confirmed as of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one of those, why has this not already broken 260? Why is it not already somewhere up here? Get it. It's done everything. The higher lows have been continued. You got everything you want. The higher lows into a flat top breakout for Boeing. It just hasn't done the breakout part yet. But everything else about that chart looks fantastic. And it's also crossed the threshold of, we like, you like it more than Airbus. And there was a stat, and I'm trying to remember when I saw this. It was way back when we were doing stuff with that old green screen. I remember I was researching some stuff. No, it was when we were doing the.
What are we talking about?
It was when we did remember we did the pod? And at the very beginning when I was doing it, I remember there was one time we were talking about Boeing and Airbus and monopoly. And it's when the market's at its most bullish, when the US market's at its most bullish, typically that is when you favor Boeing over Airbus, historically. Well, the market just went back into some all-time highs. It's been in a tremendous bull. Even it went bearish and then instantly back to the highs. And that tends to bode well for Boeing over Airbus. And it's not like you got any other bets you can make.
I just think it's a feel-good stock, right? I mean, people, when the markets are at all-time highs, people feel a little bit better about spending money.
I own shares of Boeing.
And I mean, I just recently bought at $200 as well. So, but I've been into Boeing for a while. But yeah, I think that the more the market appreciates, we just got Like we're now $6 in the money off this. Like we stink face it, but there it goes up to 214. Like, huh? I don't know. Glad to be back and putting on these trades, but I mean, this is a little crazy for NVDA. Is that's just like, yeah, good call there, Tony SRX. I mean, it is turbo mode right now. I used to call these things meme crazy, and there it is right there, turbo two-tone for NVDA as that just continues higher. Thank you for that, Tony SRX1. Interested to meet Tony XRX2. But yeah, there goes Nvidia. So yeah, as Boeing continues to climb a little bit higher, I don't even know what the symbol for Airbus is. I just got a message from my wife. She, as always, wins. She told me sheet pan miso chicken and broccoli tonight. So I love miso. Miso is a great taste. So she's going to make that tonight. And we have baseball 6 to 8. So it'll be a late night there today. And then tomorrow's a game. So we have our last exhibition game tomorrow, and tonight's a practice. So it looks like the weather's participating outside right now. Google, okay, just broke through or down. Which way is Google going? Okay, upside through 350 again. Wasn't sure because of Google's price action there. 350, had a nice move up to 352. It's trying to get going right now again, trying to break these levels. Actually, I think this is my next trade right in here, right now. I'm still waiting for Amazon, but look at Google. Bounces off the 200, bounces off VWAP, really holding VWAP. 50-period moving average, looking to take out these highs. If the market wants to run, and if the market is running right now, potentially Google on this break of 315.20 gets going higher than where we are now. Wow, that Nvidia just $6 and still climbing. Google also climbing higher as well as we go upside there. What's up, JKL? Spicy chicken quesadilla report. So this guy's adding. You like the spicy chicken? I mean, spicy chicken, well famous at Wendy's, a spicy chicken sandwich there. But
I actually love quesadillas.
Spicy chicken quesadilla, yeah, quesadillas are
so
easy to eat.
The old trading floor office, the bar next door, it was bar food, but like their best thing.
Yeah, they had the quesadillas.
They had the
Everybody
good
always
quesadillas.
ordered.
Like that was like the go-to order for me. It didn't do any help when we started the trading career because probably spent too much time there. But you still like the MSTR short, and you know what? It's hard to argue with it, right? Like we were just showing you guys IBIT relative to the NQ. Whoops, there we go. Like IBIT still underneath yesterday's support. Can't seem to break higher. The NASDAQ going and going and going, and this is barely above VWAP. There's just a tinge of relative weakness overall. The market continues to press higher. BMNR breaks trend, pulls back into support. That said, whoops, oh yeah, I had MSTR. So when I hit enter, that just happened. Mistake there. You know what? As I say that, as the market continues to go higher, should make sure that we bank out. If it ends up holding and this is a bull flag, then you got our trend break. We risked about 4 pennies. And if it's going to only go 12, 15, like that kind of a range, so be it. So now it's either it breaks down here and we get more, or we just get out break even. And again, it's just about relative weakness in crypto. Because if we're being led up by chips in general, MSTR doesn't have to go. MSTR pulled back off of the high. So very similar sort of setup there. The one thing you have to always be concerned with MSTR is that whole, that hedge trade that's always in there, like the long Bitcoin, short MSTR. Because it always puts some pressure on it in the other direction, which you, in the back of your mind, you got to keep it, but there's a lot of hedgies that still do that. And as you can see, not performing very, very well recently. So yeah, the one place, again, I could have looked at a lot of trend breaks, but I liked it on a crypto name. Just don't see these as having the strength that they should. Like why didn't Bitcoin break 80K? Like look what the market did. Like what's our excuse here? Like seriously, like what's the excuse for why we couldn't even take out 80,000 on Bitcoin?
I mean, it's rhetorical, but it's because there's no buyers. I mean,
well, I know. Well, yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who wants to buy Bitcoin right now? Put up your hand.
Well, I said until it does something very distinctly different on this trend or gets to 50. I haven't seen anything distinctly different.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing. I bought 66s. I'm fine with that. But like, even you guys up there. I mean, when's the last time anybody put in a buy order for Bitcoin?
I'm not sure I like it till the back half of the year next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good. Fabian's averaging in every week, so that's good. I mean, you got to get a plan like that in place, right? And I just think that right now, when you're seeing Nvidia doing the things Nvidia is doing, when you're seeing the market do what the market's doing, people probably just sitting on a lot of profits now as far as investing in over the last month or two. Yeah. Many of these stocks up 50, 60, 70%. They're probably letting it ride. So I would say if these stocks can slow down after earnings, then I could see some new money possibly rotating back into Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin's dead. It's just like we don't really, it's on our watch list. It's not on our watch list. Like Coinbase is ripping. It's not ripping. Like it's a back and forth situation right now. When you have names like AMD doing what it's doing, you have names like Nvidia. Nvidia's, look, it's going to be easy because I have it, but I thought it was a pretty easy play. I mean, it's back-to-back days. We have that 208. Once you break highs, sometimes it doesn't stop. I mean, you saw a good example, and this is why I want to go here with AMD. I mean, look what happens when AMD broke this level, right here, 265. It really got going. Did Google? Oh, we didn't get filled on Google. Oh no. So Google broke higher there. My order went out, but we missed it. How much did that just jump up there? I think it cost 5 cents. Normally that'd be good enough there. But there, okay, I think I got to get into a little bit of Google right now. Disney out with a statement about their boy Kimmel, I guess. But we'll take some Google right now. Nice move higher there. We'll wait to see 3. Oh no, they're talking about licenses. It's not a Kimmel thing. 349. I'm just gonna wait. Let's just wait until it breaks VWAP. 349.50. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. All right, let's just go here. 349.80 on Google. Okay. So new position alert on Google. Let's go back over to Adara.
Well, before we do that, how about we talk about the volatility in this market? Well, mostly the chip, but also the market. That's going to create opportunities for not just movement, but extra trading advantages if you're sophisticated. And Beta Pro by Globex allows Canadians the first and longest running suite of leverage and inverse ETFs built for those sophisticated investors who understand the risk of leverage and the importance of precision. Its triple leverage bull and 3x bear ETFs that are tied to the NASDAQ 100 index are designed for daily tactical trades and provide amplified daily exposure, giving traders tools to engage with both upward momentum and market pullbacks. These strategies are currency hedged, seeking to offset the US dollar exposure back to the Canadian loonie. For those navigating short-term market moves up or down, Beta Pro offers the flexibility to act with conviction, whatever that looks like for your individual strategy, objectives, and risk profile. Trade tactically. Learn more at betapro.ca. Scan the QR code you see right out there in front of you. And then we're going, apologies, up to Sia at the desk. I might have said it there.
Taking a look at the market, the SPY down 0.4% buy at the moment right now. In electric tech, we had that story on Nvidia today about the massive expansion into India's Bengaluru project. Then we have Apple up 1% after I talked about the AI editing version in the Apple new Mac system and the macOS system that's going to be coming in today across Apple devices. Then we have in tech services, Google trading flat currently, but Google had 2 headlines today about the Visakhapatnam AI project and Google's AI deployment to Pentagon. And the other story that we had was about Oracle, which is currently trading down almost 4%, about Oracle and BE's collaboration. Then moving on to consumer durables, we have General Motors profit beat that we did see today. And as we know, we do have the highly anticipated trial between Elon Musk and Sam Altman currently underway. In finance, don't forget, we do have earnings coming in from Robinhood post-market today. Consumer non-durables, we had that. Earnings come in from Coca-Cola, KO. That actually surpassed analyst expectations. And in finance, like I said, we do have those earnings. We also have Starbucks earnings post-market today. But for Hood, we will be reporting earnings post-market, so stay with us, don't go anywhere, and watch us live.
Yeah, stick around. It's a lot of earnings. It's not just about Robinhood. You're still going to get a bunch of other big names out there. Ooh, I for a split second, I saw that heat map and was like, oh yeah, I haven't looked at Nike in a bit. And it still stinks. It still stinks. Come on, Nike, just do it.
We need Tim Cook to come in here.
Why not? You need something.
Or to buy
you need something. I mean, Look, he's not like some kind of a gigantic savior, but there's a few people that tend to like that. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit enter yet. There's a few people that seem to think that this is making a bottom, and it's all well and good when you keep doing make a new low, make a higher low, make a higher low, and then look at this breakout here at prior day highs. Oh, whoops, rejection, complete and utter rejection of the prior day high, and then right back into the downside. No, go ahead.
No, we just got a new trade alert. Amazon, I mean, now we're 20 cents in the money here. Remember our stop up here. So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna wait for this. We're only out of 20% now. We took a 20 cents, 10 cents, and 20 cents. That's it. We'll wait to see if we get VWAP. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention because remember we were like, oh, did we miss Amazon up there at 80? Well, it just came in as Neil did that read there. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And I don't know what's going on here with Google. I mean, it did break. I'm going to try 350 again, and I'm going to get out if it breaks this 80 marker. It's not really reacting the proper way, but Amazon is, man. This is creating some nice movement for your boy right here to the downside. So we'll put a bid out at 56. Hopefully we get that, and there it is. Boom, there it goes, man. I mean, are we on one or are we on one right now? This is another big trade there for me on Amazon. We waited for this. We put it on. There it is, as quick as you like, 30 cents. Right there in the money for Amazon. And it's just, this is what the market's doing these days. Good move there. We are gonna, I mean, we're about to get stopped out, I assume, here on Google at some point. We just got another low there. We'll see if this can battle back. If we can even get out of a little bit of this, that's fine. We did wind up taking double the shares on Amazon because that was the price that we were actually sitting at. We did like Google trying to break that high. It does do that, and now we have to wait to see if we hold that 50-period moving average because this one's working against us back into the downside. Net, it'll be a winner. We're doing quite well here on AMZN, but it's Google right now that's dropping back in, and we only have half the shares, so that's the savior there, but still doesn't look like a good one here on Google, which we just stuck with that Amazon, baby, but that's okay. Here it comes back in now. So just two trades there. Amazon's the one we talked about. Google's a little trickier just because it's relatively flat on the day. We know that Amazon, if the market gets weak, it's already down 0.5%, potential fall down area right there. So let's just hope that Google can somehow battle back. But, 1-1 right now. That's Google, that's Amazon. There we go. We've already talked about being out of Nvidia. I'm going to put a stop at 213.50 if we break that right there, and then we'll end that trade at $5. So that's what we're doing right now, and I'll cancel my 208.50 bids. Doesn't look like we're going to get those anymore. And we'll just work with Nvidia. Stop orders going in right now, 213.48. Stop out. We are into the hour of power. It's already 3:20. Oh, yeah. So, we're getting closer and closer to that coming through. I'm going to get another piece out on Amazon. We made a nice move in, man. 30 cents. We're already more than 1-to-1. Let's punch out some at 50 there and see. Here comes Google right back upside. Let's take a little piece off of Google at 05 if we can do that for a 10-cent hit. There it is. We get a little bit out there on Google. We take out 20% there. Yeah, exactly. And I'm only in the one, and it looks like we might be going right to the open range top and potentially turning around. If we break here on BMNR, just going to look for VWAP. Just waited for something to break trend. I mean, nothing else was breaking the trend up top at that time. Even ETH didn't even break the trend. This is the one thing that has me, looking for potentially the exit here. BMNR obviously is an ETH treasury play, and you are very much just holding some higher lows. Like, this isn't breaking its trend in any shape or form here. It's holding on and bouncing the trend line. And if that happens, then I can respect the fact that, while this is working, it went to a target area and ETH doesn't want to push any further. So with that, I can already see it bouncing right at the trend line. I'm just going to lock it in there, and we'll go and look for the next trade. It's 318. I meant to go to the early look. There was actually something. It was RIG. Still there. RIG is 6.8 million shares to the buy side. Pinterest is it's only 318. Pinterest is 2.2 million shares to the buy side. Verizon tends to be there and then ends up at Nothingburger. That's still, I remember. Yeah, that's Barrick. Yep. 3 million sell on Barrick. Is gold even? Have we looked at gold? I don't know. Have you looked at gold today? I admit I haven't. I looked at silver at like 7 o'clock, but I haven't looked at gold. Why is Barrick 3 million to sell? And down 4%? Okay, well, suddenly that's the most interesting name to me.
Rig maybe, but Barrick, Impinj is interesting at 2.2. HP, not a big deal. BNS, not a big deal. Citigroup, not a big deal. Big Rudy Smasher. Any reason? Okay. Like the name.
Good name, I like
You know there's a story behind that one. Why is Lending Club down? Is this bad for SoFi? So I have not pulled up. Did they report last night? Because that handle... No, Lending Club. Yeah, because look at the wick. Of course they must have reported. They did. Aftermarket. So that looks like one of those classic earnings reversals. That's not bullish at all. Let's go to Adara for an update on their earnings, which I'm guessing beat, and then maybe they didn't like the call.
Eric, the deal here is, I had to look into this. This morning they announced that they are basically going to be spinning off some of their minority business here. It's going to be an IPO. This will be North American Barrick, apparently, is what they're going to be calling this. This will include their stakes in the operatorship of Nevada Gold Mines and Pueblo Viejo, as well as their 4 Mile project. So certain projects here are going to be siphoned off into this North American Gold. And again, I don't know much about the IPO yet. They announced the executives here, and they're still going to be all reporting to Mark Hill. So it seems like this is a separate ticker, separate company, but the executive team for Barrick is still going to be that executive team. In terms of LC, we can look at this for you guys as well. LC, they did have a double beat, as Neil alluded to. Guidance better than expected for Q2, reaffirmed their fiscal 2026 outlook, which was basically in line with estimates, slightly better than the midpoint. So ho-hum guidance, strong report for Q1 for Lending Club. LC, back to you.
We might wind up winning on both of these positions here if Google can go. I don't know. Google just spiked up back through 350, so we take advantage of that, man. I'm just trying to empty out the clip here because Amazon is still getting hit. I mean, we're buying VWAP right there, but yeah, I don't know. Lending Club versus SoFi. I mean, we do know that SoFi. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about Lending Club to say which one I prefer over the other, but I just think SoFi above the 50-period moving average. Their report's coming tomorrow morning, right? I think right there after. Is it tomorrow morning? I'm not sure. We'll check out when SoFi is, but
Tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Okay, so yeah, so it is tomorrow morning. So okay, so we won't even get a chance to trade Robinhood.
Oh, they have the charter too.
Yeah, they have the charter. Well,
I think the Lending Club does too.
Oh, Lending Club does. Okay.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I guess that's how they lend out. But yeah, for right now, we have to make sure that SoFi, you're not going to get too many more opportunities to trade it before they're released, right? So you're going to have to go through whatever happens with Robinhood tonight. I don't think SoFi will move much on Robinhood's numbers unless they're very extreme. So we're not worried about that. But SoFi tomorrow at 7 a.m., we watch out for them. And remember, we did have, will they address? We do know that, what's his name? What's the guy's name from SoFi again?
Anthony Noto?
Perfect, Anthony Noto. Keeps buying shares over and over and over again. So he came in, tried to defend the stock, and that was right on this day. So there it was right there, February 5th or 6th when we got that information. And then he bought it the very next day, started to go back up, and then whoosh, yeah, the short report.
That was not February 5th or 6th. That would be earnings. This was, I believe, March 7th.
March 2nd.
That's when the short report came out.
Yeah, I think it was right into here because
it was the
very next day it came back up. So I think this was it right here. February 27th, I would say, and then boom goes the dynamite to the downside, right back up, and then continuation play. March 17th, to the downside there. March 17th. Oh, it was not even that long ago. Yeah. March 17th?
I just double checked. It was the 17th. Is when this
so I was only at $18. Okay, I thought it was a little bit higher than 18 when that started. So, all right, so there you go. So it's right back to sort of where we were on that date. So that's going to be interesting to see what winds up happening there. We did get out of, so Google goes downside there. Good thing we took advantage. Like for some reason, someone bought that thing right up. So we're able to get out there and then there goes the break. So that one, we do have to slap a fail on it. But I mean, we'll make double here on Amazon that we lost on Google, but roughly the same trade. We just wind up having more shares there. And I think that's why, I like to tell you guys what kind of position that I'm still in, or, when I say like, oh, I'm in half a unit or 1 unit or whatever. We took half a unit Google, 1 unit Amazon right there, and that was at that level. And we had planted there. So we actually got lucky to get that fill. We didn't force to trade on Google. I thought we liked it, and it still could bounce. right? The last time it bounced was off the 200 period. So now if you're going to play it, 349 and change right there. And this report is tomorrow. I mean, join us tonight for Robinhood and Visa and all that kind of stuff. But we are going to get tomorrow night all the big ones.
Really
yeah,
real.
Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta. Tomorrow night.
I think it's the first time I can remember that it's the 4, not the 3. Usually we get Meta and Google separated for whatever reason in the same day. As much as I love this, as much as I love the poll here, and by the way, YouTube Music did win.
It did?
Yeah.
Okay.
37%. Spotify got 30%. Apple Music 16%. Prime Music 1%. Why is iTunes on this?
Because Sia Adara wanted it on.
Vinyls and
I
record.
included that because, to be fair, Adara does listen on iTunes, and that's not a problem at all.
Oh, but it doesn't really fit into the. It's fine.
Well,
Vinyl record. You know, my pop still
Prime
has his
Music
record
won?
player. Do your dad have a record player too?
He probably does, but he doesn't listen to music.
Hey, like he's got some good stuff. I remember we used to have a bunch of.
My dad was all about
quality stuff on
Motown.
vinyl. Oh yeah.
That was my.
Well, I'm gonna put a new poll up, and if you can guess, will Hood be up, down, or
Neil,
flat?
your challenge for this poll is to not spam the chat.
I'll do whatever I want to do, Sia. Will Robinhood be up, down, or flat? Now, there's a very simplistic definition of flat, because Joe and I had this discussion. I don't mean 0. Just call it within a % up or down is nothing. That's a Nothingburger. If it's within a % up or down, then that doesn't count. So we will go up, down, and then I will add an option for flat, and then I will start the voting. So let us know what you guys think for the hooded one, whether you think it's up, down, or flat for Robinhood earnings. I just feel like they're probably the obvious earnings name that people are the most interested in. So, make sure you get your votes. And all you got to do is type a number. It's like really easy. So you just hit like 1, 2, or 3 one time, nice and easy, and then have fun with that. And we'll be able to see. And the other thing you got to remember is the first move, not necessarily that important if we're looking at what happens the next day. Like Lending Club would be a pretty good example of that. Lending Club moved up, but technically, that one right now is down 2.4. At the open, it was up. So that's all that really matters. Thank you, Danny Boy.
There we go.
Fade Runner. Throw the super chat up there. I'm on the wrong page, so I can't do it myself.
Hey-o.
There it is. Nike should
So
all the logo swooshes upside down and spell the company name backwards.
what are you, Travis Scott?
Could then hire a creep, a sneak, and a freak as a spokesman. Creeping with Eakin. Sneaking with Eakin. Buy some freaking Eakins. I like that.
Feels like it's like that cheese. We got some new ideas.
Yeah.
happening,
Hey,
over here.
they got to do something.
I mean, Danny Boy. I mean, now we can start our own business.
Or you know what they could do? They just pivot. Now, Allbirds has already taken the first step, so you got to do something else. Don't pivot to data center. Don't pivot to AI, because that's been done. Nike can just pivot to quantum. Nike could pivot to nuclear, something like that. And then you, too, can have the fate of Allbirds,
Danny Boy's got some good ideas.
which is back at $7.
I have an idea.
I, for one, am incredibly shocked that this didn't hold that move. You mean to tell me a shoe company can't pull this off when they get $50 million? Oh, well.
What's your idea, Dara?
So I think Nike should pull a combo of like the 2022, 2023 blockchains and the 2024, 2025 AI, and they can announce they're going to become a mining company. They can use the site they already have in Oregon. They'll do mining for Bitcoin and then also for data centers. So they'll take IREN's entire life approach, but in one fell swoop. So yeah, I mean, jokes, but also maybe it could work. They have that giant campus.
You know what else they could do? Look, if we're talking an actual serious turnaround, Trader TV Live shoe. It's like the $1 trillion $1 trillion bill in The Simpsons. We were talking about The Simpsons. That would be like the $1 trillion bill. All you do is make one pair, and all your problems are solved.
We still need to release that TTV coin at some point.
I thought it was gonna be NFT.
Either one.
Either or.
NFTs aren't as hot anymore. I gotta go with the coin, I think.
How you bring them back?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching and having a good time with us. We don't end today at 4, man. We're going to 4:08 We're going to try to get all of those early earnings plays for you guys. Lots to talk about. We're excited to go into that as well. There was something I wanted to mention, and now I can't remember what it is. Oh, no. That's never a bad thing, though. BMR Marvell. Was it a stock? What I wanted to tell Sia was, Sia, don't tell anybody else, but no matter how many times you hit the thing, it only counts once.
Exactly.
So you don't have to worry about Neil.
You just told everyone, Sean, but I will.
Oh, I did? Okay, my bad.
I've said it multiple times. My goal is I'm just trying to get people to do what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I've been doing it from the very beginning. I'm just let you. No, it's more just you get to know my pick every single time.
I just didn't want you to get too upset over there, but she was like, oh my God, Neil's just spamming this thing. And I was just like, one.
But I also partly do it because it bugs me.
It was a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's because you say something every single time. So now I'm going to do it every single time. That's how it's fun like that.
Yeah, we're having a good time around here. Okay, so 330. I don't know if anything's changed. You have the. What about Rig? I thought Rig was high.
Rig is paired off and it's gone. And my interest after the explanation of that whole backstory with the spinoff thing for, I almost said Berkshire, for Barrick, not terribly interested in it. If you've got some complex, weird structure and yada, 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 then I don't want to be messing around with the imbalances. Like if it's got a big imbalance because the stock is getting deleted or added to an index or upweighted or downweighted and it's very clear, fine. If you need to read a couple of paragraphs on it and it's a spin-off and this and that, oftentimes I wouldn't play it on the early look. If it comes out one direction and stays, that would be one thing, but I wouldn't play the early look there. So now Pinterest is going to be the one that I'm going to throw up. Pins probably needs a...
BMNR might be a buy, by the way, at this area.
I can't remember the last time. Remember every single day BMNR used to have an imbalance?
Maybe you don't have the Amex on there. Oh, you do. You do, because I see ARCA.
Yeah, I don't see any of them. Where? Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
Usually BMNR is up there, but I don't see it today. I never want to hold BMNR because if it shows up on the imbalance locator, you're a punk. But if that shows up over a mill or two, that would be something. But Pinterest, again, 2.2 million shares. It's only done 6. So that's a third of the day's volume in Pinterest. It's chilling at the lows with a buy imbalance. That's a little something for me. Like buy imbalance at the lows, significant portion of the day's volume. I could see this one maybe back through the 20. Like if it breaks this prior bar, that's like 20.05 or something. The closer we get to the closer to 350, the better the break, because then you take it into the buy and balance, get a quick little scalp trade. So I'm going to be looking at pins as we go back to the desk with Sia.
Bank of Japan has held rates today in a split vote, which has boosted the yen a bit, but the yen did dip below 159 region before the USD buyers did step in, and it sent it back a little bit higher. Let's also take a look at the dollar. The US dollar is showing a slightly softer performance today amid the central bank focus, but it looks like it's just hanging out right now after it gained so much overnight and lost all the gains in the morning session. DXY trading around the 98.6 region right now, just down 0.09% from the previous close of 98.49. Sending it back to you.
Well, that's why I went ham yesterday.
CRML. Yeah, it was, well, yeah, went good in the afternoon yesterday. They did buy somebody for 85 million. It was, no, 285 or 385 million yesterday, critical metals. But right now down today, down 16%. CRML off a cliff. Right here. So some of you guys there, people saying Microsoft also trying to make a move. We did get out of a little bit. So there goes CRML. Possibly Adara or Sia can have a look to see if there's something going on with critical metals right now. CRM to the L. So that.
Not seeing anything yet. We have some comments coming from King Charles, just be aware. But CRML has been dropping for like the past few 15-minute candles. I have not seen a lick of information on it.
It's amazing we still have kings around here. Maybe he shouldn't call himself a king in front of President Trump. He may not be too happy about that. Okay, so CRML, nice move to the downside into $12. We can see if it holds it. I mean, yesterday, we can have a quick look. They made an acquisition yesterday, pretty small, $200 million. But right there, 1160, maybe. I mean, if we drop into that, that's going to put you down like 25% or so. So we'll see if it gets into those levels. But there's 1160 right there. A good hold over the last couple of days. Was the top, held, boom. Today we'll see if we can hold one more time into there. I did just get another piece out. Oh, our Nvidia got stopped out, by the way. Forgot to mention.
Trailed.
Look where it got, trailed out, but stopped.
It's an important distinction.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. There it is right there. Damn it. 213.50. Of course, as we rip back, that's $1 ago. We only had that 5% left or whatever it was. So it's not, this is not a spilt milk situation over here that we're going to cry over. But there it goes. Nice downside play there. On Nvidia that got us out, unfortunately. We're able to make money, though, on this Amazon trade. I just got another piece out at 65. Hopefully that will fall back in. As we just got to be patient, wait. Oh, you're very, very heavy, Tony SRX. Okay. If you're in Nvidia pretty heavy right now, I mean, look, I'm just going to say something, honestly. The way you've been trading lately has been pretty hot. And I'm just going to keep following the rules. That broke right there, the 50-period moving average. So, we rode it all the way up on that. Once it breaks, we got to get out. So that's what we do when that breaks there. We get out, and this is one of those trades where you cannot have FOMO. That's a $6 winner. And part of it was we had a great hold. We held here for $2, didn't get anything out. Once it came into some of these top areas, that's when we started getting out at 213. Then we wrote down 213.50 as a potential stop for ourselves anyways. So there it was out at 213.50, a lot of those highs. So we're pretty happy to get that out. Then it busts through and we offer 214.25 and we get it. We just missed the top, and as it comes back in, it breaks that low and we wind up getting out. So for me, that's the way I want to trade, and it breaks it. And you guys saw me earlier today, same kind of move. Look, there's the stop out right there on Nvidia, breaking the 50-period moving average, same kind of way. This is the same move. This is a 209, 208, all the way to 213.50. So we've taken over $10 here on Nvidia, right? And if you don't stop yourself out, then you don't stop yourself out. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you can hold this all the way back in. So we don't do that, right? We try to be specific with what our trade is, and it worked out there. So there's the Nvidia out, and we're doing the same kind of thing with Amazon. There it is. So just speak of the devil. Right there at view up, let's just punch them out. So there it goes, right back in. We're going to honor that trade. Now we can hold. We only have 25% left, but we'll see if we can hold this now into 259.20. So this is that whole follow your methods here, and if they're working out for you, just keep going. So there it goes, Amazon, nice little downside play there, and we just got to respect that. So there it goes into the downside, and so far so good. 259.40. We'll see if Amazon can get a little lower. I just bid right there 30s. So if we get into the 30s, we'll take another piece out.
Yeah, I was gonna look at Beamer again, but I'm not gonna bother. We're now 15 minutes away from the imbalances coming out. Pins is still holding as a buy. It broke back up, took out the prior bar after holding the 20. It's a little bit early, but that was the condition I was looking for to jump into the long. So I'll just sort of give it to the low, and where it goes, it goes. Obviously, if it were to get to VWAP, that'd be fantastic. But you got to keep in mind there's a shot clock on this trade. It either breaks the low or we get to 350. If 350 happens, or if the imbalances come out at 350, and this sucker isn't more than 2 million shares, if this 2.2 comes out at 1 million, I just get out wherever it is because that's smaller, not bigger. If it's bigger, then you hold. If it gets to VWAP or any of these price, 210 even, which I'll just go orders out there, then we want to try to get involved on the way to the upside. So I'll just leave it in. And if I see this already start to decline, I might just hop out of the trade because I see the imbalance declining, which reminds me, I still have that IPO in my individual list because I always want to make sure that I'm looking at, we show you guys all of this, but if I'm looking at a specific name, then I just make a list of that, and then when I have my own locator that I'm pulling up, I can just see. That's the IPO from, I still have that in there, the IPO from, I guess it was Thursday, not
XE,
Friday.
Yeah.
Was it Friday?
Friday, because I was here, yeah.
Right, it was Friday, so I still have that XE in there. I should probably look at that stock. So just the only new position for me is going to be pins on that imbalance. We'll keep tracking it. I promised I would, XE was great again.
Maybe we could do a...
This stock has been great off of VWAP. It never did break out that high, so you didn't miss anything. I know when I left this morning, I was like, oh, this has yesterday's high and then a double top. This could be a breakout trade. Well, it didn't break out. So you could break this out tomorrow. I'll have a look. This will be on the watch for me for, I chuckle when I say all-time high break, but when you IPO, seemed like it was a disappointing one. Actually, no, it was. Not seemed like. This was disappointing. And then it did the V shape in the afternoon. I guess it was a decent long that afternoon. And yeah, triple top. If you count the double top today, this should be on the watch. And this is it's a nano nuclear, or sorry, small modular reactor name. And so the hype is definitely going to be there as well. So 10 minutes to go to the imbalances. Ooh, Mr. Neil in the chat just said CAR, Avis. What about it? Still going down? Still going down? What? CAR? Go ahead. Oh, wow. They're tomorrow morning? Oh, that's a problem. You don't want a former squeeze name to actually have fundamentals. That would give it more of a reason to come back to, I guess, all the way. Because the volume picked up. This broke out at $150. So if they miss, maybe we look for a $150 bounce tomorrow. It's as good a level as any, because that's where the breakout was on April. No, as if this started the breakout on April 1st. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that.
April Fools, maybe, eh? As we go.
Only for the shorts. Oh, well, the funny thing about this, the shorts that if you just shorted the first week and it held it forever.
Yeah, or like you went on vacation and came back, you'd be like, oh, that's
like, yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Trade.
Still in the money.
I didn't get. You just be like, oh, but you never get margin called, right? So, okay, so here it is, man. Bloom Energy. I mean, you want to talk about a big report that's going to be coming through as well. This is up on Trader TV Research. You guys can go find it just like I did. By the way, we just got Amazon right there for 50 cents, so hopefully it comes even lower in, as we only have 11 minutes now. What a strong name this has been, right? Bloom Energy, again, turning anything into energy, apparently, any sort of fossil fuel. There they've got some great technology. My guy here, K.R. Sridhar, CEO of Bloom Energy. That's a very low EPS. We'll see if they can wind up beating that. I bet you they do. I bet you they beat both of these numbers. And then, revenue up 35% year over year. So these are some of the numbers right there from last time, what we're looking at, $20 billion in backlog. Wow. We'll see if that number can get going as well. Crazy that they can have that much revenue, but they have 20 billion in backlog. Like, that seems quite ridiculous. So we'll see if that happens there. How do you have a sales outlook of only 3 billion but 20 billion backlog? I don't know. But here we go.
The problem with the backlog for a lot of these companies is that they're not true guaranteed sales for a lot of them. Yeah. That's the concern I have with.
When in doubt, trust an Indian CEO. Okay, good move there. It's been really good for Google, a couple of different Microsoft coming there as well. So anyways, here we go. So just another big name, just some numbers to look at. If you guys come over to the screen, my guy.
Keep it up.
If you go over to Trader TV Research, you'll find all of that. And here it is right here, the fuel cell company, yada, yada, all this kind of talk. And, I found it the same way all of you can find this one, just on our Trader TV Research page. I was actually looking for Robinhood. And yeah, I know it's down there. I saw it's Vlad. It's a big picture of Vlad. But this is what I'm worried about here. This is the equity trading. So we actually had a downtick. We'll just wind up saying this is going to be Q4 25. We'll just see what winds up happening here. Options as well. So we're just going to find out. This is what we're looking for: the trading volumes and some of the metrics that are coming through on Robinhood. So as these numbers will come out at 4:05, get yourself a little cheat sheet there. Go over to Trader TV Research, and we'll have them all together live for you on the show. So that'll be interesting to see what winds up happening there at 4:05. Keep us on. We're not going anywhere today. And they'll hit real rapido. All right, so there it is, 376.50 coming through for Tesla, bouncing off the 50-period moving average. Oh, man, it looks like our Google long was right until it wasn't. There's Google. Ah, well, there's our stop again, and we just say, ah, well, there, because nothing else we can do. There's the stop out at the 50-period moving average. There it goes, nothing but love to the upside. That's funny, we went long Google. Again, if we do that what Neil's just talking about, close our eyes a little bit, we're winning on that one, and we are definitely winning here on Amazon. So the last two trades that we put on, depending on your timing, hopefully both putting out some decent opportunities to cap off your day.
BBAI, $6 by earnings.
At least.
But aren't they they're like,
I think it was 9 days.
Is it next week?
We can just look it up.
They're not this week?
They're not this week. I don't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
they're May 5th.
May 5th. So it's next week.
May the 5th be with you. Yeah, it's next week for sure. So we'll see where that goes. Of course, it's May the 4th. But yeah, so May the break. Tuesday, May the 5th. 7 days now. Look, this for me on Big Bear AI, we've sort of gone through this again for me. you see all this? This is why Big Bear AI, this is why I chose it. We talked about this over and over again. I'm long at $4.20, something around there. You see all these negatives? Boom, -5, -5, -42, -25, -49, -3, -1. So if they can just turn that frown upside down, they're expecting -8 cents. Yeah, very, very good analysts, 8888887s. So if they could turn that positive, bust out some of these shorts, then I believe it is a see you later moment for Big Bear AI, which is 20. We can go back to that.
If it has that trend, the analyst shouldn't be at -08.
Exactly.
That's a sandbag.
So this is what I'm trying to say. So right now, 27% right now for Big Bear AI on the short. If they put up a number, hopefully thank me later, but I don't know.
What happened to Intel when they got profitable again?
Yeah, we'll just, you never know where these stocks are going to go. So that would be something to look forward to for me for Big Bear AI. And even just today, look, to get back to 6 would be incredible. We're flat on the stock now. We've gotten out. I should have bought more. Maybe we will buy some more. Maybe I'll buy some more tomorrow. Let's see what winds up happening. I don't want to buy it up 10% today. I like the fact that we're holding now. This should have been, again, I got to get back into that whole investing mood right now. I'm just investing in like blue chips. I'm not taking too much risk. But right into here, I think this 350 looks like it's a pretty good area right now. My mind's on J&J to get a little bit more now. Talk about blue chip. But right into there, 380 or so. If we can get a dip buy, and it was just there yesterday, so we don't want to buy something up 10%, but let's hope that Big Bear AI has a big move. Up 10%, we'll take it. So far, they take 5 minutes to go. There, Rig's back.
Yeah, there's something funky going on with this one. I'm just going to go with not trusting it. It's there for 7 million. It's not there. It's there. It's not there. The whole time you've seen Barrick at 3 million sell and Pinterest at 2.2. Pin's made a bit of a jump. So it made the bottom, made a bit of a jump, got to first resistance. So I have orders layered up there. If this does end up a larger bid, hopefully gets swept up into some of this order flow. And at this point, like the tighter it gets or closer it gets, I just tighten the stop. Not going to give it to the low again. If this flips, I want to be right underneath the 20 level here. So it's about 19, probably like 97. 1997. That was
1997?
That was a good year.
Yeah, I can't remember anything about that year, but probably a good year. Every year is a decent year.
You know what? I sadly remember one thing about 1997. And that is when I learned for the first time the power of, you actually have to warm up to do sports.
Oh, okay.
I tore the living you-know-what out of my hamstring. I got super cocky. It was like one of the best lessons you ever learn. I'd never run a 400 flat before. I ran it that morning because we were going to do relays that year. And it was right in the morning and it was cold. And I was pretty tired after it. So I decided to take a nap after the first round. I did the 100 rounds.
And then you got even
And I literally took a nap.
Yeah.
I got back up from the nap, which wasn't a horrible idea, but I didn't properly re-warm up. And in the semis, tore my hamstring. I was like, it was one of those like shot by a bullet.
Up, yeah.
Yeah, it was like nasty looking, and that I'll never forget. Always warm up properly. And even when you're young, you get away with that stuff, and that was the first time I did not get away with it, even remotely. It's pretty hilarious. But with only 3 minutes to go until the imbalances come in here, Bitcoin made a bit of a move.
2 minutes, okay.
BM&R did bounce pretty nicely. Is that on the locator?
I was saying BM&R could have been a long day.
No, it did bounce. It's just
much.
it wasn't on the locator.
That ATER, we're going to go to C in a second, but here's ATR. We had talked about this at $2. We had zoomed out. We sort of said that $2 might have been the top there when you zoom out. Yeah, we will. So that was 190 down to 120 right there. And another name that has halted a little bit. And then we're going to go to see AKAN just reopened back up again. So AKAN, just a bunch of halts over there. All right, see ya at the big desk.
Yeah, talking about the Bitcoin, it is at its weekly low today due to the oil supply fears and market volatility, but it seems like it is making turn around, but it was struggling to do that. There's a lot of struggle in Bitcoin. Looks like it is currently trading around the $76,000 region. But coming back to coin, there was this earlier spike in coin that we were looking at. No particular news or anything related to that, just probably some market volatility. That's all for crypto today.
Thank you very much, Sia. 2 minutes to go. Rig continues to get bigger. Ooh, next week, Carnival will be a trade.
CCL?
Yeah, it's going to be, Next week, Carnival is going to be an upweight in the Russell. The Russell 1000. So the R1. That'll be pretty solid. Okay, that's a good one. Danny Boy, why not? We'll throw it up there.
I mean, this guy
Although,
knows what he's talking about.
thank you for the super chat. Whoops, no, that's not the right one. No, that's not the right one.
No, that's chicken quesadilla one.
There we go. That's the new one from Danny Boy. Fade Runner. You wouldn't have torn your hamstring if you were leaping in Eakins. That's true. I was in Nikes. I ran in Nikes in high school, and you don't blame the shoe for that nonsense. That being said, I'm pretty sure the Eakins would have been all good.
Yeah, I heard they have great support and great build and everything, great material.
Why not?
I remember when dude from the Pelicans there blew out his.
That was bad. It was
the shoes. They were Nikes. I think,
Zion
as well. Yeah, Zion there blew out those Nikes.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
and he generates a lot of power. But that was a horrible.
Yeah, I remember that one.
As a kid.
All right, so guys, we are 1 minute away now from the market on closing balances. I've gotten rid of all the brokers, so right now we're only seeing ARCA. We will get it in just a matter of time. We'll get those orders out to you. Just a quick recap: 10% left of Amazon. We did real well when VWAP came through, and then you guys saw me punch out there we actually got a bid there at 30, so that's going to be doing well for us, and we'll just wait to see where we go from here, and only 30 seconds to go now. The NASDAQ up from where we've been, but still down on the day, down 1%. ES down 0.5%. Not the greatest movements today for the broader markets. Let's check out the diamonds. And of course, the diamonds is the Dow Jones. This is another ETF. If you ever hear us talking about diamonds, it's not what's on my wife's finger. It is what we're talking about with the Dow. So the DIA right here, cubic zirconia, down minus 0.1 right now. So the diamonds are actually doing the best with, weightings in Nvidia, the bank names. Okay, we're now out. Right, well, that happened pretty quickly. There's SoFi with a sell. Oh no, Nvidia with a buy. There's Nvidia. We already got out of Nvidia, but there's a little bit of a buy there on NVDA. So potentially something to look at there. FXI, SMR. Broke through 12, yuck, right there. Oh yeah, I've complained about this, and the fix is in right now, so I won't be able to show you the percentages right now. Our CIO there definitely understands that problem. So there's Walmart, a little tick higher there on a bid imbalance. I like Walmart, but it's been getting hit a little bit off that 130, but still fine. 120, a good level for me on Walmart. Not much else. Oh, we had that big story with Pfizer that we couldn't find, just kind of tongue-in-cheek there. We weren't able to find any story there on Pfizer. And what goes up, boom, must go down if we don't have a story, right? So there's Pfizer.
There was a story in the come down, as I mentioned this morning, around, I think, 10:20, 10:30 a.m. Basically what occurred was they had to do a settlement. I believe it was Vindamax was the drug it was related to. 3 settlements for this to extend their patent through to 2031 in terms of when that expires. Because of that, they expect stable earnings here from 2028 to 2031. So the settlement comes with a bit of an earnings setback. Back to you.
Vindamax, you say?
Vindamax. Well, don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
But just quickly, because you wouldn't be able to see it when you looked at the locator there, because it was only 3,000 shares to buy. Pins was 2.2 and came out as 3, so that was a punch out. Actually had to punch twice and get to fulfill. So just jump out of that one. If it had stayed like 2 million, maybe it would have been worth holding on to, but I didn't even let it stop out once I saw the imbalance gone, or once you see the imbalance gone. Like that kind of a trade is based on the imbalance almost solely. We'll look at Robinhood going into the close, but crypto's actually making a bit of a bounce. So here's the first bad thing. Look, I don't know how the earnings are going to go. The numbers could be anything they want, but Bitcoin is breaking the highs, and Robinhood is breaking VWAP to the downside. So right now, they're selling it off a little bit. I wouldn't be all doom and gloom just yet. It could be a little bit of a sign, maybe just some risk off going into the end of the day here in the hooded one. Let's see what it does. It's the big earning names that everyone's interested in. At least most people, I think, are interested in. Might as well end the voting now and see how everybody is too. It's 352, so there's no point.
Yeah, we're all good now. I mean, people
it's
might
upside.
Oh,
52%.
Yeah, we did this yesterday.
41% down and 7% flat. It's close enough to 50-50. Slightly more bullish overall on Robinhood, which is going against what the market is doing at the end of the day for Hood. But it's still an overall I don't think there's any way. I know the market's down 0.1%. To me, this kind of counts as an up day. You held the lows twice. We came in with what could have been a disaster scenario, which was everyone worried about OpenAI, which is the kind of headline which, I don't know, before the war, that would have had us down 2%, it feels like. But the market shrugged it off to be able to catch some bids and have more or less an inside consolidative day, which is, we're going into earnings. Earnings matter more than anything else. We got the Fed tomorrow. Earnings matter more than the Fed here because the Fed's not going to do anything. And if the Fed does something, well, the show will get real exciting in the afternoon if the Fed.
Tomorrow will be a completely different day.
Tomorrow.
That is for sure.
If they were to surprise.
Magic trick.
Yeah, forget about it. Magic trick.
Yeah. The cap, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, so I just wanted to say J&J, it's stock that I like. I think I want to buy a little bit of this. I definitely like the J&J aspect of certainties and, a perennial dividend raiser there as we watch out for 225. Maybe. I mean, it still could fall in. I know. I got to find out. Did they already report? I don't know. J&J is, yeah.
They already reported, I believe, 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so there's J&J. We'll have to watch out for M coming through. All right, man. Google went for a run, right? We were long 350. It goes to 351. Nice pullback in there. I just got out on the imbalances of Amazon. That's going to look silly now, but we did have 10% left. We got out for flat right there. The greatest show and the greatest people. Thank you so much for all of that, man. That's a really sweet.
What is that? J-O-D.
Comment there. Jawed. Who knows what that is? Probably. Thank you for Dia there. We weren't really want to.
Yeah, we're just curious where you might be from.
Yeah. That's an interesting. We've never seen the J.
Jordanian Dino.
Oh, Jordanian. Okay, thank you for that.
There you go.
Right there, very, very kind of you. Any super chat is amazing.
It's just always cool to see viewers from all over.
Damn, Amazon. Amazon just got crushed. They must have gone the other way there on their imbalance. I don't know what happened. It just fell back in.
It's a sell.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
It's not big though.
Wow, Google. The market right now, what is going on? Okay, not that much, but look at Google. Google's down $2 right there, almost straight fire downside there on Google. So maybe something happening, market getting hit. Is Apple doing anything? Apple was pretty strong today. We noted that a couple times, up 1%. So it looks like that one we'll have to just hold on to for tomorrow. Google reporting Apple reporting Thursday at 4:30. We should be able to stay late that day, although I'm not sure. We're definitely staying late tomorrow, and guess what?
As far as I know, we're staying for Thursday too.
Some of you are. Okay, so Apple also, downside. But we have Meta, Google, all these names coming out tomorrow night. Tonight's going to be a big one, man. We've got Hood. Let's just check out what Hood's doing here, as a lot of you voted. What was it, up or down? What wound up winning that?
Slightly up.
Okay, so we had that same thing yesterday. It was about 50-50. I don't remember what it was. We should have maybe done SoFi versus Robinhood. But right here, Robinhood now $82, starting to make that move again. Now down 2.25 percentage points here for Robinhood, trying to bounce off of VWAP. We'll see if that's the day they want to have later on. That's not going to be at these prices in a minute. Okay. SoFi is the one getting whacked all the way to the downside right now. They're both down 2%, but SoFi down. The market's getting hit a little bit as well.
Meta was holding up pretty well, actually. When you were going through, you're talking about Google was moving. Meta's holding the bid. So it's clearly not everybody in the
Don't tell that to Joe that Meta's holding the bid. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that bad?
Oh, he picked. So here, I picked SanDisk and Meta.
What was
he
the
picked
question?
Google and Amazon. No, there was no question. We just yesterday with the big earnings this week.
Oh, it's just the earnings name.
We only went long. We said which ones did we feel the strongest about?
But it had to. Why not? No one like the.
We could have picked anything. We could have picked Bloom or I don't know. We just said
Reef would pick Bloom.
Yeah. Joe was feeling some kind of ways about that the picks from January. So.
And you had to pick two. You couldn't just pick one.
You
can't just pick Google. You had to pick two names.
We just picked two. Yeah, I mean, you can join the party too. I mean, if there's any sort of names that you're interested in. We just wrote down the prices from yesterday mid, I think it was in the afternoon. Or did we do in the morning? I don't remember. But anyways, the prices are there. So we're excited for it. We're excited for everything today. Marvell, no earnings, but they had a move today as well, down 4%. So we have to watch out for some Marvell tomorrow. We have Visa coming later today.
Better than ARM, bro.
What did ARM?
8.
8. Okay, but ARM was down 9 at one point. So.
Wow. Okay, so it's
not too much.
It bounced back a percent. It's under $200. This one could still be on the way back in. The key thing, 2 minutes to go here. here, because I should have said this already. The key thing for ARM, it's a very, very long, maybe the week, whatever. I'll leave it on the monthly. It was a very long time that it held the same range, like the 100 support, 180 resistance. So any dip needs to hold this 170 to 190 area, so around the 180. Because it's still a monster breakaway here that's happening on the stock. Once it settles down, then it needs to establish a new buy zone. Because I've never had any, I don't know, you just sort of always bought this stock when it got down to like $100, and now it needs to establish a new level, or I don't know where I'm getting back into this thing, because I did trim some. And I want to buy back in. It's a long-term position. So it's all, you can take profit all you want, but if I only hold 80% of what I wanted to in the stock, then it's hardly genius if it continues to trend higher. So less than 1 minute to go, we got Robinhood, we got Bloom.
We're so excited.
We're still here. We got the Raptors that want to take it in, I think 7.
Raptors are tomorrow, though. But
I know tomorrow, but I think 7.
yeah, I've already bet them at plus 380 for the Raptors.
I hate the fact that Ant got hurt.
They
That
can win.
sucks.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
They have another injury too, Minnesota.
Yeah, that was whatever. They were playing well.
I think their face is still up, aren't they?
They're still up 3-2.
Yeah,
You think they're going to win the series without Ant? I don't see.
They won 2 games.
Yeah, but they lost game 5. They lost it pretty easy without him.
Yeah, I mean, Denver's pretty good. All right, so here we go, man. What do we want to keep our eye on? We'll probably watch out for Robinhood. I mean, we can go over and just talk quickly again about what's coming through later on here today. We'll go over to Trader TV Research. She's got all the expected times, everything ready to go. Here it is. Okay, she's going to do an earnings review, so let's go over to Adara, but I'm going to keep this up myself anyways. Over to Adara.
So at 4:05 p.m., we're going to get Robinhood, or we're at least expected to get Robinhood. Here's a rundown of what we are expecting. We want revenue, 1.17 billion, EPS, 41 cents. Last time we had revenue growth of 27%, transaction-based revenue growth 15%. Operating data here, you did get that equity notional trading volumes up 68%, options contract traded up 38%, but Robinhood crypto notional volumes down 52%. So you want to see better crypto numbers than what we saw last quarter. Again, at 4 p.m., Caesars booking TMUS. We're going to be focusing here almost solely on Robinhood, HOOD, coming out at 4:05 p.m. with that 10.1% expected move. Without further ado, I'll send you back over to the guys so I can be busy scouring for Robinhood earnings.
Have a good move up. T-Mobile is going to be reporting any time now as well. Nice move up on T-Mobile right there into the close. So we'll see if they can put up a number. We saw Verizon yesterday put something up, and that was good as well. So there that goes. All right, it starts off with Booking Holdings right now. So Booking is now out. So if you've booked some profits in this one, might have been a good idea, because there goes Booking down to 160. So this one getting hit right now, down 10%. BKNG going lower. So we'll see what winds up happening there. They're now out. Booking Holdings. Adjusted earnings of $1.30. Wow, they're getting hit even more now. Downside. So we'll wait to see where that goes. But that's the first one out that I can see right now, as we wait for Starbucks as well. We wait for Robinhood. Starbucks breaking a hunch might be something.
Caesars as well, I think.
Caesars, yeah, CZR. I have them right here. Caesars, Booking, and T-Mobile, followed by Hood, Starbucks, and Visa. And then we're out of here. Maybe a little bit of Enphase, maybe a little bit of Seagate as well.
Yeah, exactly. And well, there is some movement on Robinhood, but that could just be some fat fingering.
BKNG.
Probably not the right idea to fat finger into it, but someone's buying up a little bit of Robinhood before the report's even out. That hasn't boded well this earnings season. Most of the time, that early fat finger has been like the initial wrong move, but we'll see. And Booking is just getting shellacked.
Yeah, it's getting hit a little bit, down 11% right there on BKNG. Caesars is out, CZR. So we'll go over and have a quick little look at this one. I don't have all the numbers. I do have this one, for example. Yeah, they got 48 cents versus 20 cents. Caesars miss right there on the negative side of things. Sales, slight beat for Caesars, but a miss on the EPS as that's going to the downside. T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile.
Yeah, okay, well, here, let's look at the chart quickly. $2 and change. We'll go over to Adara for the exact number. But there's T-Mobile moving up to 191, so a close of 185. Adara, what do you got for us, up about 3%?
Yeah, so T-Mobile here, service revenue comes in at 18.8 billion. Postpaid services revenue here, 15.6 billion. That's going to be up 15% year over year for postpaid. For non-postpaid, it's up 11% year over year. Net income here down 15%. So TMUS, the decline here of their net income, diluted EPS also declining here by 12% year over year. Core adjusted EBITDA up 12% year over year. So super mixed report here for TMUS. Again, we're waiting here on Robinhood. That's what we really want to see. I'll keep you guys posted when I see that report.
Well, Enphase I don't see the numbers, but Enphase has to be out because Enphase just popped to the upside. Only 4% here for ENPH, but no, now 5% and really starting to accelerate through 37. So Enphase blasting higher. Hopefully it doesn't travel too close to the sun as we get a breakout.
It does.
Well, I guess that's the idea. You want it to travel close to the sun.
Generate more energy as well, right? I mean, the closer you are to the sun.
They don't have earnings out, Neil, but they do this fun thing that some companies do when they report earnings is a couple minutes before they have a press release. In this case, the Enphase press release is they're announcing a development of IQ solid-state transformers for AI data centers.
Okay, so yeah, that's not the worst thing, I suppose. Like give a little bit of a press release and hopefully then drop the anchor. I still don't have Robinhood numbers, but Robinhood's starting to accelerate a little bit.
83? What did we close?
83 half. 82 almost exactly. So we're at 82. I think almost 82 on the nose is where Robinhood was. Again, it was expected to be 405, so we still have some time. There's just a lot of anxious traders, it seems, punching keys, which is a dangerous thing to do. Good luck if you're
Joe punched long. Joe's.
No, but if they come out with a massive miss, it's not insane if this drops $10, you know. Hey, nice. That's that camera.
Hurt my arm out. Reaching back over there. All right, here we go, man. I'm still
batting
trying to
practice arm, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think about. I was actually thinking about that. What are we going to do today? I want to work on some base running and all that. Some of the we have leadoffs and all that.
Let them hit, baby.
Oh, well, they'll be hitting for sure. I just gotta find out which coach wants to do the BP. There, I like
when they were all like, I hit bombs. I don't need the base.
I actually like throwing BP. Okay, so yeah, nothing else out yet. I mean, I'm still waiting for Starbucks. We'll wait to see if that number can come out. Obviously, we're looking for a break through $100 there on Starbucks. We'll see if that number can produce anything. Adara will parse through all the numbers if we do have it. Right now, we have TMUS is out. They were up 3%. A little bit of a pullback now, just up 2. Here from 185 close up to 189. No volume really going through at all right now for TMUS. We are now moments away. Here comes Robinhood.
There it is. Rug.
Down Robinhood lane.
Rug.
Downside right there. And it's Starbucks upside. As you guys know what we're all about right there. There goes Robinhood as promised. I said Robinhood downside. There it goes downside for Robinhood. They can still be back up there tomorrow. There goes Starbucks. See you later, Starbucks. Over to the screen right here if we can. There goes Starbucks up to 102, 103.50. Good number there for Starbucks. Look, Robinhood's probably an overreaction. I like the stock. Let's see what winds up happening with Robinhood right there. Got hit to the downside. Adara's obviously going to parse everything through.
I'm ready to go.
Down now 5% on Robinhood. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
She's ready. Let's go over to Adara and find out about Robinhood.
So revenue growth, I think, right away stands out to me. Last quarter, it was 27% year over year. Revenue only grew by 15% year over year to $1.07 billion. Now, that is below the estimate I was seeing of $1.17 billion. So it looks like we could have a revenue miss here. Diluted EPS up only 3% year over year to 38 cents per share. That's in line with estimates. So it looks like we have, if not double misses here, very, very close to estimates for both EPS and revenue. Net deposits up 22% year over year. Robinhood Gold subs up 36% year over year. Transaction-based revenues up only 7% year over year. Net interest revenue up 24% year over year. I know off the top of my head that is lower than the year over year increase last quarter, which I think was around 36%. Net income, as mentioned, up 3% year over year. Let's see what we get for crypto. Total platform assets here, guys, is up 39% year over year. Net deposits up 22% year over year. ARPU up 8% year over year. I want to see if I can find crypto because I haven't seen any of that yet. Cryptocurrencies revenue down 47% year over year. So we get more declines here for crypto. Last quarter, it was down 52% year over year for crypto notional trading volume. This quarter, cryptocurrencies revenue down 47% year over year. Thank you for joining us for this quick rapid fire recap of Robinhood earnings. But guys, I have Starbucks. So what are they brewing over there at SBUX? Woohoo, above $100. The comparable sales growth here up 6.2% year over year. Consolidated net revenues up 9% year over year. So, I mean, I like that. They're up. That's always a good look. You've got 3.8% increase in comp transactions, 2.3% increase in average ticket. Again, only seeing increases, guys. North American comp store sales up 7.1% year over year. Honestly, guys, I'm not seeing any declines yet. China here, even with a 0.5% year over year comp store sales increase. They did have a slight decline here in China in average ticket, but not a bad look. Honestly, guys, Looks like a pretty solid recorder here for SBUX. Their non-GAAP operating margin also expanding by 110 basis points year over year. If you have any other questions, just let the guys know, and I will go over some more numbers for you right quick.
Starbucks 52-week high.
52-week high for Starbucks. You also have Bloom going higher here.
Ooh, that was a good one.
About 3%. Dara, do you have the numbers on Bloom? It's another positive one because you're still woodshedding over on Robinhood.
Yeah, down 10.
Yeah, let's talk about Bloom, which is just blooming to the upside here. Started to that song by Troye Sivan. You've got Q1 EPS 44 cents per share, well above estimates of 13 cents. Sales 751.054 million, well above estimates of $551.557 million. Apparently, this is record Q1 2026 revenue. That's 208% product revenue growth year over year. Overall revenue growth 130% to the upside. They raised their fiscal 2026 revenue growth guidance midpoint to roughly 80% year over year growth. Their prior guidance implied roughly 60% year over year growth. Good look here for BE gross margin here, 30%. That's going to be up by a couple percentage points year over year. Non-GAAP gross margin also up on a year-over-year basis, much like Starbucks. Hard to find any weakness in this BE report.
We'll try to find out if BE can wind up holding that. Up to 250 is a good little call there. Look, yesterday, Joe and I sat here. We discussed it. I mentioned to him that crypto was going to be a problem. He showed me the volume of Bitcoin. I said, I don't think that really matters. Crypto trading would be lower, and I think that that's true. Not just because of Bitcoin. I mean, remember, when they report crypto, it's all the crypto, right? I mean, it's a lot of people. We're not even talking about Fartcoin or anything like that anymore. And when that kind of stuff slows down, you really do see that there. Yeah, what even is that, Michael Noss? But yeah, right down into. I don't think this is like the be all end all. You're just falling right back to where you were a little while ago. I think it's a little silly. You go from $68 up to $94 and just falling back in. So, this is what happens with the ebbs and flows of earnings. We'll just have to wait to see if we do wind up holding. I'm still gonna look. We're 1 for 1. We said they would miss. We said it would be downside. I'm going to hold up the fact that I think it still winds up beating where we are. We've got to wait for the call to happen. But I think tomorrow...
It's less than the expected move for now.
Yeah, for now. Well, wait a minute. It was 12%, right? The expected move or so? I don't know what Robinhood was... Yeah.
10.1% for Robinhood.
10.1, so yeah.
Bloom, I believe Bloom and Enphase were tied at 15%. Then you had... SPX at around 11.
Starbucks is going to be the winner, right? Because Starbucks is up a little bit more probably than they were expecting.
Bloom and Enphase are nowhere close to the expected, not even sniffing it. On sympathy, just worth watching. SoFi able to hold. Only 2% down, holding the 50 period, holding $18. If Hood doesn't break lower, the sympathy bounce play might be easier than the try to catch the falling knife. And thanks for the super chat there, Dave. Great show. You guys kick serious. You know what? Thanks so much for putting it on. And we'll be back tomorrow. You know how we roll, where there's even bigger earnings. I want to promise crazier, but bigger earnings.
Will not be crazier.
Bigger earnings names. The Fed as well. What do we think?
You like earnings season?
You like Bloom?
Yeah, she likes it. It's literally her favorite season over there. My favorite season, summertime, and we're getting closer and closer to some summertime weather. Hello? Around
Randy's
here.
long gone.
Yeah, Randy's gone, man. Randy's gone.
Nice
over there. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us right here. We could go on forever, but we got places to be. Thank you for staying back with us. Robinhood, Seagate, Starbucks, Bloom Energy. We gave it to you all. Go find it. Hopefully your positions are well. You can't trade options now. You got to wait for tomorrow morning. I still think Robinhood gets close to $80 for sure by tomorrow. So we'll see if we bounce off the 50-period moving average rate. Good show. We got a lot of super chats about that. So there we go, man. Congratulations on Bloom Energy. I know Sharif has that.
That's a good one.
As well. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Ciao. Thanks, Adara. Great work on the earnings, Adara.
And go Visa. That's up.